Hello, everybody. Welcome to the TDC Podcast. Mike and T-Roy. Travis Bully in the house. What up, Trav?
Hey.
Good to see you, pal.
Glad to be here.
Real life Trav.
Yeah.
Sexy Easus. And the real Easus.
Oh, yeah, the difference
Even
is
better.
getting greater and greater by the day.
Hello? There I am.
There you
Hello.
are. Hey, buddy.
Of course he shows up on the day to show the contrast. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if he wasn't here, people would just maybe not know. But he's right here.
Yeah.
Obviously looking better than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look a lot better.
I hate it.
Yeah.
He's
That's
a
what,
razor.
that's what you'd look like if you trim that beard.
I'm not doing it.
See?
3.5 more months.
That's cool. I like it. I'm
We'll
with
see
you.
when it's
E.
85 and
I like it better in photos when I see it in photos. I like it better than...
Hides most of your face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that.
Just grow it out.
Wool out.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Really wool out.
Bury those
I'll look
chins.
like Newberg. Yeah, bury those chins in fur. Anyway, Easus, it's good to have you here. We did some extra content with you yesterday.
Correct.
And you are leaving tomorrow.
Yes.
So thank you for coming over and hanging with us
No,
today.
this was, I was more excited, nothing against yesterday, and I think that I really delved into kind of the life, I guess, of like what it takes to do the road trip I'm doing, but I was like very excited to come in today and just do like a regular show and talk shit about the world and stuff or whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
I missed it more than I realized.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Even
fun
though I'm
having
enjoying, I'm loving what I'm doing. I mean, but I'm just like, when I came in today, I really had that feeling of like how excitement, man.
you. Yeah, it's fun.
We need some hot takes for me.
Yeah,
I know,
we can't wait
exactly.
takes me.
I was already yelling at you about Joe Montana earlier, so I don't know if that has to get into the show, but...
But no, we can talk about whatever we want. I did want to mention, if you're watching us on YouTube, you might notice we got some new gear on. Easus looks great. T-Roy looks great.
Look at that.
I look like shit, Trav.
Where's your gear, Trav?
He's too wee. He's just a wisp of a man.
We didn't
He's
have
too
anything to fit
wee.
him. I offered up Hat's tank top. Couldn't get him to wear
I
it.
get listeners going, yeah.
Our guys at Questionable Tees drove over and dropped off the first batch for us to look at and get a kind of
samples.
feel for. I love this stuff. I love all their stuff. I'm so excited for listeners to be able to get their hands on some of this merch.
Yeah.
The hats we're picking out, the T-shirts, the sweatshirts.
That heavyweight sweatshirt like that is dope. I mean,
Reflective,
just those things
it's
you know when you feel the difference when it's like that.
That T-shirt too.
Yeah,
I don't know what
real
material
nice.
that is.
It's sexy,
Silk.
That's what that is.
Are all the
Sexy.
logos reflective? They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Cool.
They make them
Yeah.
pop on the camera. Yep.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyways, these will be available soon. Not yet. Not quite yet.
Still working the bugs out.
We got to get our website going, but as soon as that's done, and it shouldn't be more than a few days, we'll have the merch tab going, and I'm really excited about it. I really am. It's the first time I've like really been fired up about the guys we have doing this.
Yeah.
So it's
What a shot fired.
well,
No, the merch. The merch.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
in the beginning, though, it was like we're
No,
just
I
like
know.
find someone, whoever. Like we didn't do much research.
No, it's harder than
usually-
people realize if to really do that.
It is, and with the work they were doing, I just saw it immediately. They did the grind time stuff, and so I was like, "Oh shit, this is next level, cool." So I'm really excited for that. But anyway, Easus, I did. We got off the air yesterday, and then you were like, "Oh, I forgot to tell you," and you rolled into this fucking story. While you've been on the road,
Yeah.
What were you having? You were having trouble with your carburetor or something?
I just had some issues with the van, which were not big. Luckily, on a situation like this, in fact, they could have technically, my dad could have found it before we left, but whatever. But we had some issues before that we on the van.
The dog just went darting out the fucking
Oh
door.
wow! Is there a squirrel out there?
Yeah, you would think. I don't know. Hopefully, we'll find her.
Or what's his name?
Did you see that?
You want me to go find her?
That wouldn't be the worst thing ever.
What's the other? Georgie? Is Georgie out there?
No, she went the opposite way. So
Oh,
I don't know
wow.
if she heard something out there or what. But
So long story short, I'm getting my van worked on, and they tried to get me, to charge me like a few $1,000s at the dealership. And I know dealerships are like that, but I'm on the road. I don't know what to do. I'm like, fuck. Well, let me see what I can think about. And I called one of these guys, a great listener that let me stay at his place even. And like, hey man, you just seem like one of these dudes who like knows a guy, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like, we know those people here, Travis.
Sure.
and stuff
Everybody knows
like
a
that.
guy.
Yeah. And so he's, oh yeah, man, I got this dude staying in our campground, that freaking, like a master mechanic. He'll do this shit up for you for nothing. Do you want me to, slow down here?
just get that stick out of her mouth. She'll fucking destroy
shit,
that
okay,
thing all
sorry.
over the house. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Very disrespectful to
Just
the guests.
as long as that door's
Just
closed.
keep talking, Eve. We got a lot of shit going on around
I know, I'm
here.
kidding.
Sorry.
No, now that.
All right, let's just start this over.
Yeah.
on National
this is-
Pet
this
Day
is
of all
fine.
days.
Yeah, she's
Be
showing her
respectful.
colors. Good job, Cease.
Right.
Settle down, Roops. It's National Pet Day.
We know. Oh, wow.
She's attacking Trav now. Yeah,
I don't have it.
Give me back my stick.
I don't have your
Yeah,
Give
where's
me
my
back my
stick?
stick.
Where's my stick, dick licker? Give me my stick, dick lick.
That's
Settle down.
hilarious.
Cece, go lay down. So
Anyway, so I'm getting so he's like, yeah, dude, I got this dude, master mechanic. He's right in our campground. Talk to him. He'll fix you up. All you gotta do is pay parts. Literally like $20 for an hour of labor. So like very, very cheap, much cheaper than a dealership. And we get there to meet him, and he's like, okay, we got the caliper on my back was needed fixing, and yada yada or whatever. And so we get there, and he's like, yeah, man, what do you got here? Looks at it a little bit. 8 in the morning on like a Saturday, he's already 3 shots in. Like he's pouring shots
of tequila.
Oh, yeah, like tequila or something. And this dude is a total fucking character. Like for one, he like builds lasers, like makes his own lasers. And I'm not talking about laser pointers. I'm talking about like
burn shit.
Burn shit. Like he can a cockroach and shit. Yeah,
Travis
I
just
might
got
need his
interested.
number,
Yeah, apparently he's like stealing internet through like the phone wires somehow. Like he just wired his thing into like stealing. He's not paying for internet, shit like that.
Look at the respect
people.
level on Travis.
I know, right?
My guy.
Yeah,
We joke about nerds here.
I can give
The
you
table's
Alabama
lifting.
Joey's number, and you can connect with him, Trav, and you can ask him about these lasers and shit. But anyway, whatever. But he seems to know what he's doing, so I'm like, I guess Joey's like vouching for him. He does a caliper, he does all that shit. But then I also needed some sensors put in or something, and he's like, I'll do them the next day, no problem. Oh, but this is where that comes in. So my van is at his campsite, and we're staying in Joey's house actually. And at night, my buddies have to go get something from him. They're like, oh, man, we forgot our, smokes in the car or whatever, some shit. And they're knocking on the door, and it's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And they're knocking on the door. He's like, yo, can we get the keys, buddy, not to bug you? He's like, oh, yeah. And he comes out, man. I wasn't there, but they told me, like, full, like, naked other than a towel around his waist. Total pitching a tent, like just absolute raging hard on, and
wasn't an accident.
and it was like,
you boys are back, huh?
and apparently my buddies said, like, they're like, when they got the thing, they're like, yo, we're done with these. Like, oh, just toss him out there, I'll be good. like he didn't even want him back in. He's just like, yeah, you're good, you're good.
Did he have a lady or a gentleman in the room with him? Or
No,
was he just jacking off.
He was
just
watching
jacking
some
off.
city boy porn.
He did reference that this guy, dude, I swear to God, this guy must have if you could talk to this guy, man. But like, he referenced that he has an ex-wife, but he also referenced when we were first there in the morning doing the shots on Saturday that like his girlfriend had just been in town. He was a little sore, if you know what I mean, he said. And I'm like, yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I don't, but some people do. But no, dude, it was just a fucking, and then in the end, he couldn't do my other things because he woke up the next morning and said both his arms were numb. So then it's like, okay, well, we
Have a
bought
couple
these
shots,
sensors.
you fucking get it together, man.
Yeah, man, the
Hair of
fuck
the
up.
dog, son.
He was nice enough to take $20 off the. I was going to give him a big tip, by the way, in the end. I really was.
I think that's what he wanted.
But, dude, I mean, I guess he still saved me some money. Like, in the end, I had to take those sensors and get them done somewhere else. But he did still save me money. And I bought the sensors, I guess. So when I went to that place, I didn't have to spend, upcharged sensor prices because I knew what to get or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
But definitely a fucking character. Like, apparently he owned some business at one point. He's like, oh, yeah, they didn't let me run it anymore. Said I was a drunk. I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, doing shots on Saturday morning, wake up your arms, you can't feel your arms.
Yeah, your arms are numb.
I'm not trying to judge, but might have a bit of a drinking problem.
Sounds like it.
Good for him, though.
And is he living at this campground?
Kinda.
Yeah.
He apparently, by the way, when Joey told me that he's like, oh, dude, got a guy living here, master mechanic, I thought it was something where like he'd been there a year, just some deal they had worked out maybe, right, or something. And I started talking to him, I was like, he'd only been there like a month or something. But he's like, well, yeah, he showed me these papers because he had to get him. The only reason he knew he was like a full-on mechanic is I guess he needed some stuff for tax purposes or something printed out. And Joey did it. He's like, wow, these are legit certificates you have here. And Joey's just like, yeah, he's working on my truck. But the truck wasn't even done yet. Like, it was just, I think it was just still, like, working on it.
You'd still be stuck there. Those guys just go full Ed Grabo, take your whole car apart.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And tear it all
Bolt by
down.
bolt.
And then apparently the guy told him, like, oh, man, tell him I feel real bad. I'll fix it when he's back in town. He's like, dude, he's not going to be back in town. Like, this was a one-shot deal.
Passing through for 2 days, dude.
Right.
You dropped the ball on this one.
Right? I mean,
You made a promise you couldn't keep. The way some people live their lives, man.
It was such a...
It's just...
Well, dude, think about this guy's life. Like you're right. Like he's living in a campground, but he's apparently uber smart. He's a drunk, and having said it, like he did save me money. It was a weird position because like when he told me he couldn't do the sensor thing, he still saved me money because he ran a diagnostic on the thing. That's where he found out the sensors were the check engine. So he did save me a lot of money. But when you're sitting there the night before thinking you're about to have like what was like $800 or $2,000 down to like $300, and now I still had to pay, I think it was $250, $300 to do those sensors. It's still like, fuck, man.
Yeah, you came out ahead.
Yeah.
No, I did.
Yeah, this is a problem with alcoholics. They're less than ideal as far as reliability goes.
This guy's my spirit animal.
Radio for one. What sensors do you know?
Are you
God
fucking
damn it.
Come on.
Shut it
me?
down.
I don't know, the things that make the engine go. I guess
people
or
care. I'm sure people care.
No.
What are you
They
talking?
might
Is it
care.
like a check engine light sensor?
Well, there
or-
was a check engine light, but that was because I
O2
think
sensor?
Yeah,
Map
it's probably the
sensor?
O2 sensor.
yeah, that's
what I'm
what,
thinking.
exactly.
Travis is like,
yeah,
I could have done that.
The O2.
It's
No, you know what?
It sounds like an O2 from everything you've told me so far.
Right, that's-
definitely
yeah.
sounds like an O2 sensor. But
Here's what I'll say. I think it was pretty complicated because Joey kind of asked him. He's like, dude, and he's like, what if you could explain me like to walk through it? And the guy said apparently like they have a lot of plastic that needs to come off. And like when I took them to a place, again, I don't know shit about cars, but it took them an hour per to do it. So I feel like it must have been pretty complicated because he said he couldn't talk
this
Joey
has all
through
the
it.
hallmarks of no 2.
Exactly. And that's what I was getting at. That's my point. Those things lend to
No doubt about it.
I think this guy
O2.
just blew himself out working that fucking dick the night before. His arms were just.
Don't think I
the
didn't
next
think
day.
about it. You know what, though, man? That give me a break. I've done a lot of jacking off in my day, and that's never led to numb arms the next day. So, I mean,
You don't have very
answering-
impressive forearms either. Yeah. I think
no, you're right.
What is that? A lack of shame, humility, complete. Like who answers the door, fucking raging hard on a couple knuckleheads at a campground?
Like he could say, "What is it?" and be like, "Just toss the key." Sorry, guys, I just took a
crack
shower.
The door. It's like he wanted you to see his impressive hard on.
Well, no, because you could be like, "Sorry, guys, I just got out of the shower, but here's the keys," right? And you wouldn't think anything of it. And even if
Give
you
me
did,
a second. I'll put some pants on. Knock this thing down. No, nothing.
Just trap this thing under the
Yeah,
fucking.
throw it up under the belt and move on.
Yeah, no problem.
No, that was that's what you get for like doing this stuff. Like Joey just letting me stay at his house. We like knocked his kids out of a room for a few days. Like his
Yeah.
kids had to sleep in mom and dad's room because we were there.
Yeah.
So
Nobody
I
was
give him a
getting
lot of credit. So
All right.
anyway,
Well, I'm glad you told that story.
thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get to what's going on in the world. Have you been following the news of the world, E?
Not much, and it's been great. I don't mind, but don't worry. I will comment on anything you tell me.
I definitely have an opinion.
I know how to say things, but
Yeah, some people have, but it might be a culture shock to come back and fall into place and like, yeah, what's going on in the school system?
No,
You know?
I hear. You know what? It's impossible not to totally because I'll say this like for the one thing that's been the most funny to me. Like remember how I was like so Mr. COVID, dude. I didn't go to a bar for almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I was wearing like gloves and shit, all that shit. And when I went on a trip like this, I've been in places where I full on reading local newspaper articles like in Arizona and this and that, or like, oh my God, we need to do this, get vaccinated, this and that. Even there was an article one time that said, even though it's proving that vaccinated people are getting more sick than non, we still need to do it because hospitals are raging.
Yeah.
And now it's like that I've done this. I've crossed the country twice already, and I'm like, where are the ambulances? I don't see it.
Yeah.
And I was a person who cared. I wasn't some
Yeah, we
non-believer.
all did in the beginning. We
No, but I
all
cared
did in the beginning,
even
and
more
then
than
it was-
most, though.
No,
true.
I know you were a big. Yeah, you bought it hook, line, and sinker.
But that's my point. Like, so in that sense, I've followed that because I still see articles. Like I saw one the other day saying like, oh,
Dude,
why
if
do
I-
you think be masking up again? Like,
Yeah.
it's like
if
what?
I'm scrolling through newspapers, like I go through 10 different newspapers. If I see any article on like Markle and Prince fucking whatever, Harry, I can't fucking blow past it. I couldn't give a shit less.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Affleck's getting married. Couldn't give a fuck less. Never. I will never click on that article. I don't know who these people are that they're like, oh my God, J-Lo and Affleck are getting married. Like, fuck. What do I care? COVID stories are another one. Gone. They're gone. I don't fucking. COVID doesn't exist.
I
in my world.
kind of hate read them
Period.
though. Like I hate read them because I read an
I don't
article.
even hate read them. I don't believe them. I don't care.
No, I get it.
Whatever.
I read an article
Gone.
about a month ago where I read part of it. It was I say it's not a news story. They're opinions. They're all
they're all
opinions.
op-eds, most
And it
of
was literally a girl saying that she was ready to move to Europe because she could not believe how we are treating COVID here, and she's just like, I can't.
Good move.
Yeah, I mean,
Bye.
Right.
Good.
I don't know what you're.
What's with the
talking-
hollow threats? Why do you even need to announce that?
Well, like-
no one but your family should give a shit.
This morning, I heard, I'm listening to the little NPR, which I get it. There was uber liberal, which, by the way, it doesn't make any sense, but because it's publicly funded, it should be both sides, but whatever. And they're
But
doing a
it's not.
story on, I know, but they're doing a story on it, and they're talking about how people are getting more people in the Congress. I had some thing recently where they all got sick, I guess. And they're like, yes, hospital rates and deaths are down, but this is still very contagious.
Yeah, sure
Can you
it is.
imagine if we had done that 20 years ago with the fucking flu? Like, like, oh my God, someone got a flu.
Even Fauci came out yesterday and said, look, people are going to have to treat this with their own, like, how they want to deal with it. It's not going anywhere. It's here forever. And even he knows, like, you just can't keep justifying, like, doing these draconian measures.
But
It's like, no, that's fine for Fauci to have that opinion. The problem I have is most of us had that opinion a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like, where were you, dickhead? You're supposed to be on the front lines of this.
He was loving that power.
Oh my God! Just throw him on the cover of another magazine.
Exactly.
Let's
out in front of every camera he could find.
Let's do SNL fucking skits on him. It's just ridiculous.
And really, honestly, I didn't even want to bring up COVID. I only brought it up because of me doing this trip. That's when it, like, I mean, even for me, before I left, I was still kind of like, hey, it is what it is, but whatever. Doing this, where it's like you go across and you're just driving around. It's like, dude, like I said, I've been across the country twice. I'm like, where are these ambulances? Where are the dead people lined up?
Yeah.
Well, I
They're
don't
not
think that's
there.
how that works.
What's up?
I don't think you just see them when you're driving around.
Well, no,
you know?
but based on the articles you're reading, you would.
Like they're just digging ditches on the side of the road and just dumping the COVID bodies in them.
But based on the articles, that's what you think would be happening, though. That is my point. Like, dude, I'm walking into every store I go to. I don't see people just like keeling over.
Yeah,
like,
The fact is, it's a weird take on that because hospitals run at as close to capacity as possible
all the time, right?
Yeah. That's how they operate, make the most money. We are down hundreds of thousands of beds, ICU beds now than we were in the 70s. So they've really to act like, oh yeah, hospitals are overflowing or oh it's getting crowded. Well, it's been crowded. It was more crowded with the flu in 2018 or something. So whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I don't believe those people. I just don't. I know I go round and round with Ed Grabo about this all the time. His dad was in Wuhan, got really sick in November of 19.
right.
It's
Weird.
But,
Interesting.
But he's the guy that's signing off on the fucking vaccines and shit. So he's very close to this. His family and his dad and But I'm just like, sorry, dude. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I'm not doing it.
It's not like it doesn't exist.
No, I know it exists.
It's a thing. But is it shut the world down?
Shut the world down bad? No.
No reason to look into where it came from, by the way. No reason to care at all where it came. They don't talk about that at all.
Well, it probably came out of there now, but that's really neither here nor there.
My Lord.
Yeah,
Clearly.
seeing the triangle of how that was funded through Fauci and Collins, all those people, like
Nothing to see here.
nothing to see here. And the emails make it very clear, nothing to see here. But if they're going to blow off Hunter Biden's laptop and all the magnificent content, of that fucking thing.
There's Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine, COVID.
Exactly.
Is that still happening? Or Ukraine? Is that a war? I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
it's going on. Yeah.
That's a weird thing to me because I know it's a really big thing. Honestly, legit. I know you've had Johnny in here talking about it. I know it's actually a really big thing.
Yeah.
But it's like I will say because of what I'm doing, I'm not paying attention because I don't care. But like I just don't have the time, and it does make me, for the first time in my life, I've never had like a family and stuff where you really had to just not worry about the news.
Yeah.
And my point is like I know what's going on, but what am I going to do?
Doesn't affect your day to day.
I know, but I feel bad. But I feel bad that I almost don't know as much about it. But
I'm more worried about the school systems.
Yeah.
And the fights that are going on with
Nice
those. The what?
Nice Sagui.
Yeah, thank you. Like
he has been doing it for a few years.
those stories bother me more
Yeah.
than almost anything because, whether it's Disney, the Florida law, because so much of the pushback against, Florida's parental rights law is this isn't happening anyways. Why are you targeting, the Don't Say Gay bill? Do you really think this is being taught to first, second, and third graders and kindergartners?
Yes.
It's not. So my retort would be, then why do you give a shit if there's a law put in place?
Yeah, let someone pass something that doesn't
What
matter.
does it matter if we pass this fucking rule? If it's something that's not happening anyway,
That's why that's not what they're arguing. That's why they
They
whole
are
don't say-
arguing
well,
that.
but they use the guise of the don't say gay,
Right.
To act like it's something more than it is.
So people that want to use that argument to me and go, That's just ludicrous. It's just a right-wing talking point. It's not being taught in any schools. I give you New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Plan sex education lessons for first graders in New Jersey. Why are we planning sex education lessons for New Jersey first graders?
Yeah. Travis, you have kids. How do you feel about that? You want them taught that in
He
first
doesn't
grade?
want a cricket sound machine.
I
Well, not on any level. I just mean sexual education on any level in first grade.
No way.
Yeah, he's not biting on
No
that.
way.
Yeah.
I just
a gay
left the
thing.
first grader.
Yeah.
I just left 2 first graders.
Yeah.
I know what level they are maturity-wise, and this is the last thing on their fucking minds.
Yep.
It just is.
Yeah.
So to act like this is really important, and I'll give you the rundown of what their lesson plan is.
Planting that
You tell me.
seed. That's all
You
it
tell
is.
me how much they're not even pushing that. It's not even going on. So a 30-minute lesson called Pink, Blue, and Purple
Okay.
aims to teach 6-year-olds to define gender identity, and gender role stereotypes. It's the furthest thing from a 6-year-old's
Yeah,
mind.
not even
It's
a
just,
clue.
It also includes instructions for teachers to tell students that their gender identity is up to them. According to the materials distributed to parents at a meeting.
Why does that need to even be
Westfield
told,
Board.
by the way? Then
What?
Why does it need to be taught? Let them, if it's up to them, just let them be kids and
Yeah.
they'll figure it out.
Yeah, because
Other kids talk. Kids talk to each
because
other.
that's
on
not
the
how
playground.
indoctrination and propaganda works.
No, I know.
Spoon feed that stuff. Make sure that they get it all.
Right.
So their description here says, you might feel like you're a boy, even if you have body parts that some people might tell you are girl parts.
Now, that right there to me is the thing. Like, even if they wanted to say, even if you might think you're a boy, but you might also. I'm trying to forget how you worded it. But if you didn't have that body, some people,
Even though,
like if it just said, even if you have body parts
it's
that are
a few,
boys,
but
right?
some might say that.
Yeah, a few people.
You might feel like you're a girl, even if you have body parts that some might tell you are boy parts. And you might not feel like you're a boy or a girl, but you're a little bit of both.
Yeah, the
Is that a
parts are the
tomboy?
parts.
The tomboy? Isn't that what that was growing
Yeah.
up? Just tomboy?
Start grafting dicks for tomboys.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's it.
now. Giant ball bags, the whole works. No matter how you feel, you're perfectly normal. A lesson plan for second graders titled Understanding Our Bodies includes an illustrated discussion on human genitals, so kids as young as 7 can use medically accurate names for their private parts. So teach them like cock.
Yeah, don't say dingy.
Yeah, don't say dingy or my dude.
My panoose.
Yeah, it's cock
and
balls, vagine.
Yeah.
I think
that's
those are
what they
medical,
mean.
right? Those
Yeah.
are the medical terms.
Make sure they learn how to spell that too.
Yeah. Tell students there are some body parts that mostly just girls have and some body parts mostly just boys have. Being a boy or girl doesn't have to mean you have those parts, but for most people, this is how their bodies are.
Why is that? If you're going down that route, then you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like even suggesting that most guys do have those parts. That seems really not inclusive enough to me.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just flat out say the reality is you have these things? It's up to you what you are.
Yeah.
You know why even there when they just say
Yeah,
like,
why
that-
would you assume most boys
Yeah,
have
I don't
penises?
agree. I don't
Yeah.
like that. That's very outrageous to me. I'm
Yeah,
outraged on that.
I'm not just willing to assume that
That's
most
problematic.
girls have cunts.
Can't
No
have your
way.
cake and eat it too. Come on.
They're part of a broader K through 12 health and sex ed curriculum adopted by the New Jersey Board of Education that goes into effect in September. I am honestly appalled at this curriculum, one mother of 2 says. I'm debating whether to place my child in private school if I can afford it. Is this curriculum necessary? Children need to stay children. Their innocence is beautiful, and I do not want their little minds filled with very adult topics. I always hated when people said that, like children are innocent. Let them have their innocence. But I truly understand what that means now.
Yeah.
And that's really fucking important.
It is. Absolutely
It's a magical time when you're a 5 to 10-year-old.
You have a lot of your life to realize how shitty it is. A lot of it, most of it,
And
right?
you know, like they don't even have, until I think it's the age of 5 or 6, they can't even grasp sarcasm.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you tell a 4-year-old it's raining cats and dogs and they're looking for fucking flying animals.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't, it's a certain age that it finally, you're even slowly becoming mature enough
Yeah.
to grasp being a smart ass. So that's the level they're at. And you can tell these little dumb creatures anything and they'll believe it.
Yeah.
You can literally tell a 5-year-old anything and they'll believe it.
Plant those seeds
That's how
early.
stupid 5-year-olds
Yeah,
are.
that's why they got to get in earlier the better.
God,
Imagine
this
these losers to me. You know what I mean? For real. Like, this is your life mission. Like, this is, you've decided as a human, this is how you're spending, like, spending your time. You become a teacher or an administrator, and you're spending your time writing these things up. And for what? I'd love to know like in their mind, how they justify it, what their, end game is. I mean, honestly,
I can't figure it out, dude.
Because what is the actual end game?
Yeah, we don't know what, like, of all the things going on that you could be focused on. Like, the people that are pushing this curriculum were the ones that still want 2 to 4 year olds to be masked in pre-K. Yep. They still they didn't want schools open at all. They had to be forced. When the science was so undeniable that this was never a disease that was going to hurt a kid, ever. It just wasn't. You could find the outlier. You could find the one in the mosaic that got sick or whatever. But you can't even find someone that died.
I think teachers' unions that were keeping most of
that
stuff.
Yeah.
They didn't want it.
They wouldn't even open the schools. But now it's like this weird control. I just don't remember school people ever. I remember it being fucking awkward as shit as a 5th grader being taught sex ed.
Yeah.
Really awkward. Like, I can't even imagine as a kindergartner or 1st grader or 2nd grader.
Would make no sense.
None
whatsoever.
I'm going to butcher, I think, her point, but I remember I was talking to Amy about it one time, and I think she kind of had a thought of, like, that the goal she thought was with all this, like, demasculating and stuff like that, is that if you eventually make us all just really believe that we're just one thing, it'd be easier for even more easier for a big government body to just come in and just, you're all just one thing, deal with it. We're not even acknowledging, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you all just make us all basically one sex, even more so, we could just control everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm probably butchering her point a little bit, but I think that's kind of was the gist of what she was saying at one point.
My take on it, E, is I want every fucking kid who even dips their toe into that, like, Mommy, can I wear your fucking high heels around the house today? Cut that kid's dick off.
It's fine with me.
It's fine, right?
Let's listen to him.
Like, let's bore out a hole in him. Because T and I broke down, like, the whole transition, top surgery, bottom surgery, and the one for girls. I mean, who wouldn't want your prepubescent girl going through major surgery like that?
Yeah.
And then
it's every father's dream.
Sometimes the rectum gets a little close to the fucking vagina canal, and they shit out their vaginas.
Oh, yeah, it's good
It was
stuff.
like, this is... Sometimes it's rare, but you'll get a little shit coming out of your vagina.
If you get it early, you can get those puberty blockers in there.
Yeah.
And really get a head start on it. That's the important part.
I think with these, and you know what I feel bad? I feel bad that would probably affect a few 100,000 maybe million adult humans. Mm-hmm. But go at it, guys. Yeah. Let's all do this. Let's go to the end of the line of all of this shit. Yeah.
Dude,
the men's swimming and women's stuff. Do it all. I don't care. I'm 38 years old. Yeah. I'll be fine. Let's do it all and go to the end. Go to the end of the track, man, and see how fun of a world that is.
Yeah. No, I want to push this hard.
I feel bad for those kids, but
see where we're at 20 years.
Break
from
a few eggs to make an omelet.
Well, I really think that this generation's fucked. Like, they're screwed. When the executives at Disney, that woman is terrified. It's like, I'm the mother of 2 trans children. Well, one transgender, one pansexual. I'm like,
no, you're not.
How young are your children? You said children. You didn't say adolescent, my teenage.
What are the odds, by the way?
What are the odds?
Fucking odds? What is it, 0.4%?
Well, when you drill it into their fucking heads from the time they're born, odds are pretty good, I think. I think that's the point.
Now they are.
That's the point. But I want her, I'm going to hold her to account. Like, no, if you're pushing this nonsense and to everyone else, and you're in that high, powerful position that as you are, as an executive at Disney, I want you to cut your son's dick off and bore a hole between his legs and have him, for the rest of his life, have to try and keep that want-to-close-itself wound engaged for the remainder of time. That's what I want.
I agree. Hell yeah. It's just like the abortions to me. We've talked about that with the abortions. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I truly do believe, for whatever it's worth, that life begins at conception. But you know what, man? I don't, like we talked about on the show, fucking kill them all, dude. Put them at CVS's and have drive-through abortions.
Boxes.
Doesn't matter to me, dude.
Yeah.
Because I want them to admit
I solved abortion. No one will ever listen to my great ideas.
Yeah.
I solved abortion a few years back when I said, fine, on the consent form, all you have to say is, this is murder. And then you can fucking murder.
But you're not going to get charged for it. You don't even have to get charged for it. It's fine. It's a free one.
Just the guilt.
It's a freebie.
Just like, no, you admit that this is, your body, your choice, but the body inside you is not yours. So I don't care. I'm with you, E. I wish they would abort all children. Like, all of them are annoying as shit. So I don't care at all. Abort them all. And that's fine. It's not a moral issue. It's not a religious issue. No. But I can still look at it and go, oh, yeah, that's a baby growing in there. I can see it. I can see its hands and legs and stuff.
Right.
It's right there. It's right in the picture. Look. Right. You don't want it. You take it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Suck it out of there.
Yeah, suck it out of there. Back. No problem. Just sign here admitting this is murder, and we will get that piece of shit.
But again, a non-legislative, like, you're not going to jail for it. I don't care. We could use it. We don't fucking need all these people. So most likely that person kid is going to be terrible. So it's fine with me. But you're right. But just kind of throw them there. Yeah, I am killing something.
Yeah, you are.
Then you're good. Okay. All this shit, like I said, all of it. Just go down the fucking end of this track. Yeah, fine with me, man.
We're not going to have a choice.
No, we're on the road.
It's already, the wheels have already come off.
I know.
Dude, we don't know where this ends.
The last 20 years have been the
Yep.
You know what's the roller coaster, and now we're on the fucking flip side. Just raise your hands and enjoy the ride, folks.
Let it go.
Yep.
I said this,
stopping it now.
I said this to somebody.
Just hope you're not the fat kid in Florida.
Yeah, right.
I said this to somebody, and I don't really even believe this, by the way. What I'm about to say is like not something I totally believe. I have someone that I know very closely that's homosexual. It's fine. I don't believe this actually. But the funny thing is, remember like 30 years ago when they're like, oh, once you start letting these gay guys get married, then pretty soon they'll be marrying trees. And we're like, that's ridiculous, you redneck, you fucking Alabama red. And look where we're at, dude.
Marrying trees.
I don't believe that's where gay marriage led to. I don't believe that, but I'm just saying.
It's the trans community.
It is kind of funny, though.
I was fine with LGB.
Yeah.
Like
right?
that's where I was like, fine, I don't give a shit. Yeah. And I don't give a shit about the trans people either. You want to cut your dick off, dude, that's balls.
We're going to run out of letters. We're going to start coming up with symbols eventually.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Just going to keep adding on to it.
I just don't need your agenda shoved in my world every minute of the day as if it's the pressing topic of America. Yeah. But it's unfortunately, it's being talked at the podium of the White House daily.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to just be like, yeah, fringe element over here. It is far from a fringe element. So I say, lean into it, folks. Raise your hands on the roller coaster. We're going downhill. Nothing you can do to stop it. I want as many fucking toddlers assaulted and scarred for life and abused on such a level that in 20 years, there's no choice but to turn back and go, wow we'll never do that again. Why were we listening to 5-year-olds again? Mm-hmm. Why were we doing that? Name another time in human history where you took advice. You wouldn't take restaurant advice from a 5-year-old, let alone let them pick their fucking sex and get surgery.
I probably would, because they like chicken fingers and mac and chease. So,
to
be fair. But
they
not a bad point.
I've been around them. You're about to be, no. I've been around them quite a bit, and they're dumb. I'm telling you, they're the dumbest humans.
Are you saying I'm about to be smarter? Like I could be smarter than a fifth grader?
Smarter than, you are. Marshall, I mean.
That's what he's going to say.
Great kids. Marshall, Madison.
Or Reed, fifth grader, 5-year-old, not a fifth grader. Smarter than a 5-year-old.
Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, they're learning a few things, but they're really gullible and dumb and malleable. I thought this article was great from the Babylon Bee. Are you a groomer?
This is a hard-hitting journal. I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is right up there with the Times, right?
Yeah. Here are all the warning signs that you might be a groomer. Do you talk about sex with 5-year-olds behind their parents' back? Number 2, do you begin sentences with "Don't tell your parents," but
you know what's funny? I know, and I know you're about to read these things, and I know what I'm about to say is the most obvious thing. But imagine when you guys grew up, and there was the commercials about don't take candy from strangers and creeps in vans. Mm-hmm. Everything I know what the Babylon. I get it, but like everything you're reading right now is something that years ago would have been like, this is what?
Yeah.
No,
and these are taking directly from the article we just read.
Right, I know.
It's
like,
satire,
hey, you might be
it's
this.
It's based in reality, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's the Onion come to life.
Out of truth and jest. Or
do you encourage
whatever.
kids to cut off their sex organs? Are you a Disney executive? Did you quit your teaching job after they passed the Parental Rights Act in Florida? Does taking other people's kids to a drag show and calling it a field trip seem okay to you? Are you, or have you ever been a politician? Have you ever helped a child acquire sex hormones without their parents' knowledge? Tally up your number of yes answers and consult this chart. 1 to 2 yeses on those. Oh no, you're a groomer. 3 to 4. Wow, definitely a groomer. 5 to 6. Yep, still a groomer. 7 to 8. There's a Law and Order SVU episode with your name on it. And 9. Okay, we're just calling the police.
I want to tell you, Mike. By the way, when you bring up Disney, I will tell you I'm taking a firm stand on this myself about Disney Plus, and that is as soon as they take The Simpsons off Disney Plus, I will stop watching the Disney Plus channel that I'm not paying for through someone else's password. That's
really?
Yeah, so I hope that's okay for you.
Really taking a stand.
Yeah.
Not going to get my money, but you're not going to get my numbers either.
As soon as, like I said, the Simpsons have to go off, and then I'm not even paying for it. I'm just using someone else's password. But I will take that app off my TV. You know what? My parents' TV, actually.
I don't know if I'm ready to go there yet. I want to see what the new episode of, Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Grotto.
Well, I just saw they put 4 days of October. The ESPN stuff's kind of going on there. So, what's those? Once I watch those, though.
But I canceled mine, but I'm using someone else's Disney Plus.
I see what's going on around here.
So I'm in the same boat, but
I will. Again, if they take The Simpsons off, I'll stop. I'll delete that app off my parents' TV.
Yeah, good for you. Way to take a stand.
I got to stand for something, Troy.
Absolutely
I don't
right.
know that you will. I'm going to hold you there. I'm going to circle back to that next time.
Honestly, there's not that much on Disney Plus once you take The Simpsons off. To me, I mean, it's
the Star Wars stuff.
You can watch Star Wars anywhere.
There you go.
That's fine.
That stuff jumped the shark fucking long ago anyway. They're killing in that.
Baby Yoda can suck a dick.
Baby
exactly
Yoda's
right.
So cute. I love
hot take.
Oh, I'd punch him right in the fucking face. This stupid.
I've never watched an episode, but he can suck
it's
him.
all stupid. Hey, are you paying too much for your health insurance?
Yes.
Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's 248-914-1173.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe I probably could get better health insurance, I'm sure.
Yeah, give him a call. He's your insurance expert.
Yeah.
I can't stress how much better you'll feel when you talk to those guys.
Yeah.
And maybe give the number out one more time, T.
I just have Hap solo shit.
And
so honestly,
that's 248-914-1173.
He's been clear. Like, even if you're not interested in switching insurance and stuff, he can explain a lot of this to you. So he's willing to take your calls. That's his cell number.
Now that I'm a little older, I legit, because I just have Hap Solo, whatever that is, you know what I mean? Some shit I pay that my parents set up a while ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it does. So
Hope
honestly,
Solo, is that what you just said?
Yeah, Hope Solo.
Yeah, I wish. Not really. That's gross, as we know. Mm-hmm. Those things are disgusting. But
well, she could mold a good 7-8 inch dong out of that thing.
True.
If she wanted to go trans. There's enough there to really.
True.
Yeah.
Yep.
What were you saying?
I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, I think I'm going to actually write that number down because honestly, I'd be interested to see based on what I'm paying and what I'm doing. I'm sure there's something better out there.
Yeah.
248-914-1173.
Yeah, I'll write it down afterwards.
Pete Buttplug Buttigieg. I think it's Buttigieg.
Peter. Something. Yeah.
He and I this is another one of those where it's like, okay, just explain yourself. Take the extra 10 seconds to explain what you mean, and I'll get on board with you. Because if you can make me see your point, I don't want to kill kids. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if they die, but I don't want to actively be a part of killing them. But he agrees with his spouse, Chasten, is his husband.
Okay.
Claimed recently that the parents' rights bill in Florida would kill kids.
Would it?
Yeah.
Please explain.
So he was on a panel discussion on The View where he's going to get a lot of hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, that's a wow.
Going to get a tackle hit.
A lot of pushback there in that interview. I mean, he was probably sweating that shit out.
Yeah, he probably was, but he handled it well. So Anna Navarra asked him about the attacks on the Alphabet Plus community and whether he agreed with his husband, Chasten.
Is that what she called it? Or are you saying that? I'm just curious. No, is that what she's phrasing it as?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
because to me, that's problematic. You got to mention there's Alphabet Plus.
No, I said Alphabet Plus.
Oh, okay. Because I'm going to say if she's saying Alphabet Plus.
No,
I'd be like, that's
attacks on Fine E for you.
No.
Attacks on LGBTQ plus.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to get you in trouble, but yeah.
So he's a teacher and alleged that the Don't Say Gay bill law would result in the death of children. Do you agree? Yeah, he's right. And I think every law ought to be judged for the effect it's going to have on real people in real life.
I agree
with
that statement. That last part.
Yeah, I do too. I get the political reasons why they're doing this. By the way, some of the political reasons is they don't have a plan on anything else, right? They don't have a plan on dealing with inflation or dealing with gas prices.
Do you?
Yeah, but you do. You run the House, the Senate, and the White House, dipshit, right? You know you're in charge of all three branches of government.
Yeah.
What Trump did such a number on this, Mike. I know he was only there 4 years. Yeah. I know there's been governments and governments before him, but he did. You just don't understand, Mike. You're just really the number he did on our country's economy.
I think about it, and Chas and I talk about this a lot. If our kids were in a classroom in a state where one of these laws passed, he then claimed the law would prohibit his kids from talking about what they did over the weekend with their two dads.
No, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. Lie, flat out lie. Sorry, Pete. And did not seem to comprehend that it does not apply to high school settings. Is the teacher supposed to, a high school teacher supposed to go through every book and make sure that if there's ever a picture of married couples in those books, that they tear out any page where it isn't a straight couple? Is that what we're asking teachers to do?
Oh my God, shoot me in the face. Really?
That's his quote.
Oh my God.
That's not even
It's beyond ignorant. It's offensive.
It's offensive
that this person holds power
in
this country and spews garbage like that.
This should be what he is saying.
Even just the high school reference is the fucking hysterical part about
hysterical. Here's the thing, too. Pete Buttigieg is not a dumb person. I think he's a Rhodes Scholar. He's not stupid. Pete Buttigieg is planning on. His whole argument hangs on the fact that he thinks you're fucking stupid.
Hoping.
That's the only way this argument works. Because Pete Buttigieg knows exactly what's in the bill, and he knows how absurd that statement is. That if there's a picture of a married couple that aren't straight in the books, are we asking teachers to rip the page out of book? No, Pete.
Wow.
And you know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. It's because he's talking to the fucking cow libtards that watch The View during the day. So it's catered to that fucking
Imagine that demographic.
It's just,
watching The View in the middle of the day.
Right, exactly.
Didn't The View used to just be hot takes on,
I mean,
like on movies and shit like that? Like they've gotten, but the problem is
political.
they're political, but they're literally the dumbest ladies I've ever seen on TV. Like you can't possibly think you're up to speed on some of these topics. You're so clearly not. And that's a great example. The fact that there's no pushback on that statement alone.
Exactly, Pete. Thank you.
Yes,
That's what we've been saying all along. Pete Buttigieg, everybody.
Brave.
How is it brave when you're doing
of transportation, right, or whatever the fuck it is?
These people brave that they're doing literally the only thing that social media and this whole brain dead shit wants them to do. Like they're not saying anything that's going to hurt them.
No.
Brave.
And it'd be brave if one of those cows on The View just went, "Hey Pete, I'm sorry, I don't mean to push back on you, but can you?"
I actually read this over the weekend, and I had a couple of questions. That would go a long way.
They'd probably fucking grab a hook around his neck and drag him off stage as people.
Right.
But if
we got to go to commercial.
Technical difficulties.
Why couldn't one of those cows just go? By the way, Pete, I just got a quick question because you made comment on this. So, how exactly is this bill in Florida going to kill children?
Like exactly how?
Like
even his
exactly
answer
how?
that doesn't explain it.
Nothing in there anywhere.
But nobody
says about
ever
kids
pushes
dying.
back.
No, it never even gets referenced.
Yeah.
The kid's dying.
If they said, if any kid brings up transgender or gender ideology in classroom, by law, the teacher's forced to shoot him in the face to death.
That sounds about
And then
right.
you go, you know what? This kid, he could bring this up and he's going to get shot in the face to death. This could kill kids.
Yeah.
And I'd go,
I'd be against that, by the way. I would say.
I'd be on the fence. I'd need to hear both sides.
I guess I don't really care about that kid. But I mean, in the sense that I wouldn't be.
But at least then you could point to someone and
Yeah.
go, well, he's got a point. If there's a kid growing up with two dads or two moms and he comes in and goes, my mommies and I did this over the weekend. It's like, you asked for it,
Sorry.
fucker.
I didn't want to do this, but, it hurt me more than it hurt you.
I don't want to go to
warned.
jail. It's the law. Sorry. It's the law. But yeah, no, they won't give you any answers and no one will question them on it. So we're stuck here fucking going out of our minds trying to figure out what is the end game. Again, what is your end game with this
Still
story?
don't know. That's the great mystery in this whole thing is what are we trying to get to?
And then it sounded sort of like he was blaming Trump for the economy and the fucking high gas prices and inflation. Like what?
Oh, why? They have nothing. They're not going to fix this problem that we created.
Yeah.
So
Created.
just smoke.
I'll
and
say this.
mirrors.
I have no idea. I know presidents don't set gas prices, right? Like, so if you want to give one side a little, here's all I know. This is the extent of my knowledge on the subject of gas prices. I remember when the lead up to the election, all the talk was, I'm going to shut down fracking and I'm going to get us away from coal. And Trump went, all you're going to do is raise gas prices like you've never seen. They're going to go through the roof. That's all this clown wants to do is cut fracking, and he wants to shut down the pipelines, and that's going to lead to tremendous gas prices like you've never seen. Yep. One day after the election, the fucking gas prices started shooting through the roof.
God, we looked at actually tracked it the other day.
Oh,
it was staggering.
Staggering.
Like literally, in November is when it went up.
My favorite.
Hold on. Okay. Either that's a giant coincidence.
Oh, because Trump had that already in place. It was his fault. He knew it was going to go up. That's why.
Either that's a giant coincidence that he and all the people on his team knew that was going to happen immediately, which it did immediately. Or, what the hell is that? So it was either a giant coincidence or tell me another reason. I mean, they want to push COVID now. Oh, yeah, people stop driving, so they stop using gas and the supply, blah, blah, blah. But
heaven forbid these trillion-dollar companies.
Supply chain issues.
Oil companies are, they're not selling gas. They're just gouging you.
You know what my favorite,
okay,
favorite thing has been is I've seen some people like that I know are left, and that's whatever. I don't care. That's fine. But like they sit there and they like make fun of quote unquote, conservatives or rednecks for complaining about gas prices. They're like, oh, Mr. I drive a big F-450, blah, blah, blah.
Hate that argument.
And it's like, dude, are you fucking... So, but think about what you're defending in that situation. You're defending trillion-dollar oil companies that, by the way, even if we have a weird... Even if it's not, let's say it wasn't the Biden administration, things they've done, right? Let's just say it was a natural weird thing because of COVID. These oil companies, I get capitalism and shit, but these oil companies could have fucking, if that was the case, kept their prices up what they were for about 6 months and still 6 months to a year and still be making billions of dollars. And so it's funny that these people are like trying to like make fun of people for complaining about gas. Like they're happy about it or something. They're like, oh, fucking Trumper complaining about gas prices. I'm like, oh, so you're happy that you're paying $4 a gallon? Like, I don't even understand your thought process there. You could at least in the post maybe say, like, guys, these people complaining about this. There's more to it than they realize. In certain ways, I believe this did come from. I get it, but like, they're literally defending $4 gas prices.
Well, no, it was Putin's price hike. It was, and then when that fucking landed and 6% of the country agreed with that. Oh yeah, it's Putin. They knew they had to shift gears, and so now it's COVID, it's supply chain, and it's like, okay, well, you can keep spinning in circles. All I know is when the two biggest members of each party were fighting it out, one said this was going to happen, and one said the reaction would be X, and the reaction was X. Yeah. How we got there, I don't fucking know. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on the oil and gas industry.
If this starts driving the electric vehicle market too, because of it, that be careful what you wish for there. Yeah. Because the infrastructure will fucking implode. Yeah. We're not capable of it.
I'm probably no offense, but I'm probably the most like green conscious person in this. Like, I've had talked with Mike about water bottles and all this shit. Yeah, these electric cars, dude. What are you? They have no fucking. It's so clueless. I get that we should be trying to, and we're an ER, by the way. We are more than ever as a country doing things to help the environment. I certainly think there could be more we could do, but that's fine. But they'll come up with shit eventually that makes sense.
So these timelines are hysterical.
No, that's the thing. 50 years away. Right. 50 years
Which is fine to me.
The batteries alone, if you break down the batteries in an electric vehicle, I read the thing my mom had sent me, and it's remarkable. When you get into, like, digging into the earth to get these, what are the metals called? The
lithium?
The pressure... those metals and the process to export them and transport them and build them, it's fucking, the carbon footprint is through the roof.
I love us getting
Not to mention all the EV gas plants that are, gas stations everywhere are plugged into the grid. They're using electricity to power those. So
they got the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
I love us getting yelled at, by the way. And again, I fucking don't, whatever, man. I really try harder than anyone I know to try to have a lesser footprint, but we get yelled at. BP, what was it, 15 years ago, 10, whenever that was? That oil dump they had, remember where there was the fucking hole? That did more damage than anybody, in our circle combined for years.
We got into it about Neil Young when he got into the big fight about, what was his bitch about at first?
The Rogan?
Rogan. Yeah. Spotify, misinformation.
Take me off.
Oh, wow. By the way, who cares? Who's on Spotify that cares about Neil Young?
He wanted, a few weeks later when that died down, he jumped into the news again to say that we got to do something about our carbon footprint and people need to fucking wake up and blah, 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 do their part. And I'm just like, I'm thinking, dude, I don't leave my fucking couch, right? I put 8,000 miles on my car every year, my one car.
Right.
Neil Young travels the planet by private jet all year.
Right. But he brings people joy.
And when he does a show, he brings 12 fucking monster rigs full of equipment to every place he goes. And then he encourages 20,000 people to swarm on that, or get in the car and fucking go to this place to see him sing his little guitar songs for an hour and a half. And now he's going to lecture us on our footprint.
Dude, when we were
and
at
he's
the
been doing it for 50 fucking years.
What about the cost of one of those shows? Is just the electrical and water and all that stuff. What just one night for a concert like that? Of what that all entails.
Yeah.
When we were in L.A. driving around, dude, you know, they have the carpool lanes, you know. It's just 2 or more, by the way. So 2 people in a car means you can be the carpool lane. And so I had this whole thing when I was driving down there and looking at all the fucking cars in the right lane. I'm like, I get they're not all fucking big-time producers, whatever. But I was like, these Hollywood elites got to drive one to a car. These are guys yelling at us about electric cars. But on the same hand, I think it does count. Like that L.A. is an uber area where people that preach to us come from. Yeah. And yet I look over and there's 4 lanes of everybody driving one to a car. Yeah. Why aren't they carpooling, by the way? If they care so much, why aren't they?
They're virtuous.
Right. I know. I know. But it's just a funny thing. Again, a more real life example to me, though.
Yeah. Hypocrisy. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah. Right. I know. But it's like when you see it, there's just something about seeing it.
Slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know,
I was driving 3 to a car.
So. One of my favorite things was the Let's Go Brandon stuff. I just found that so fucking funny. The fuck Joe Biden, Let's Go Brandon. I found it hilarious. I get why it's divisive, but I found it funny. The other thing I find fucking hilarious, and I don't know why I still do, is every time at the gas pump, those stickers with the Biden pointing, going, I did that. For him. And the new one now with Kamala Harris going, no, Joe, we did that. And she's pointing.
No, don't take that credit. She's not doing shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, don't give her that credit.
Those stickers crack me up so much that these guys that are selling them are talking now and just being like, oh, yeah, the orders of these things are going through the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Well, a guy in Pennsylvania, he's fed up with gas prices. He was arrested for putting these stickers on gas pumps, saying it's starting to gain traction around the country. Thomas Glazewski was arrested after a confrontation with cops that he was caught on video and shared on social media. It shows him getting tackled by cops at the Turkey Hill convenience store.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Turkey Hill getting a shout out on the national press.
What is Turkey Hill? Have you heard of that?
Some convenience store.
Yeah.
but now we all know.
Isn't that ice cream in the Turkey Hill?
I don't know.
I think it's a brand of
that's where they make it, you mean? Or
I don't fucking know. I know there's an ice cream called Turkey Hill.
Okay.
He repeatedly yells, I did that. That's what I did, as he points to several stickers, finger pointing Biden slapped on the gas pump. He made it even more difficult to remove the stickers after spraying the surface with clear coat.
Oh, smart. That's really smart.
What is that? What would that do?
Lacquer. It puts a film over the top of it. Like, yeah.
So he's laminating
seals it. Yeah, right. So you can't just get onto it. That's well.
It's funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. It is funny, but I would say again, dude, what are you doing in your life? I did that. I did that. I mean,
hey,
I guess
these people are so frustrated, and so pissed off, and they're so fucking angry, and they're so tired of being lied to.
I agree.
It's better than going and shooting someone.
Should we go?
It is a peaceful protest.
To the streets and loot some targets.
That is a peaceful protest. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he was charged with resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, harassment, criminal mischief.
He'll be fine. They'll GoFundMe will get set up.
One gas station employee said last month. He regularly peels off stickers from fuel pumps. I take off 5 or 6 a day from different pumps. So people just keep sticking them on there.
Yeah, it's not just him. I mean, it's a whole fucking movement.
A pack of 100 of the 3-inch high stickers costs anywhere from $10 to $13 on Amazon.
That's a good buy.
It's been ramping up for a few months, says Javier Ovalis, who's been selling the I Did That stickers at his online store, as well as his physical store in El Monte, California.
Ooh, California.
Yeah, but in this last month alone, once prices of the gas really started shooting up, I started getting bulk sales 2 or 3 times more than it was before. Adding went from 20 to 30 individual orders a day to 80.
The good news is Joe Biden doesn't know anything about
it. The shitty part is when gas goes down, when gas finally goes down, those stickers will still be there. It'll be Joe saying, I did that.
Yeah.
He'll get credit for it.
Yeah, well, then we got to go around and take them all down. So as of Sunday, the national average price of a gallon of gas is about $4.12. It's lower than the all-time high seen a month ago, $4.33. And it's still nearly double the $2.87 per gallon cost of April 2020.
Can we get out in front of this thing and make some with like either Trump or DeSantis or somebody that says like, you're welcome?
You know what I hate?
Points to it. Yeah. Get out in front of it.
You know what I hate about that stuff too, by the way? Like, I don't care. I'm someone who can laugh at anything. Doing comedy, there's so many more liberal people do comedy. You don't hear any fucking people making jokes about liberals, right? It's all, which is fine. I can laugh at a good Trump joke or whatever it is, right? But I heard someone the other day try to fucking do a thing about Let's Go Brandon, and his thing was like, well, like, obviously making fun of, right-leaning people and just saying like, well, I guess they're confused because it kind of sounds like fuck Trump or fuck Joe Biden. No, idiot. That's not where it came from. It came from a NASCAR race. Yeah. There was an interview.
It's Talladega, right?
Yeah, exactly. And there was chanting it, and the reporter said, oh, they're Brandon, some driver named Brandon something. I don't remember his last name. But my point is, like, when you get that wrong, if you're going to make that joke, you got to get it fucking right, man. Yeah. Don't just tell a joke and that's so lazy.
Be wrong.
Right, to get up there and be like, well, I guess those idiots thought fuck Joe Biden kind of sounds like let's go. No, that's not why it is.
No, and then explain how it was picked up in stadiums across the country for months.
College stadiums,
chanting fuck Joe Biden or let's go Brandon. I mean,
even that, you don't have to necessarily do that, but like, dude, that's laziness. Because you can just kind of make fun of. It's okay to make fun of anybody who thinks out of their way.
It's a partisan attack. That's all. He's a partisan hack who's got to.
It's typical. You can say whatever you want, and it doesn't have to be factually based in any way.
And like I said, I get it. I could laugh a joke about "Let's Go Brandon." I'm sure someone could write a joke about it that I would laugh at. But when you say that, and I'm like, dude, that's not right. Not right. That's not how it happened.
Yeah.
Start heckling them.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Well, that comic is going nowhere.
Right.
If he's going to be doing shit like that.
Oh, my God. Never mind.
Absolutely no honesty in that.
Yeah.
But, Brian Stelter, I have some video. Trav, if you're ready on that. University of Chicago is hosting How Hilarious Is. Brian Stelter, the reliable sources host on, it looks like a fucking egg on CNN.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to explode.
He is hosting a disinformation and the erosion of democracy conference this week.
What a ball, dude.
And
I hope they got the bars ready, right? And everyone just, they did hauling the strippers like they do for the, All-Star games and the Super Bowl.
Sure. What the hell are they doing with 3 white guys up there? How'd they get away with that?
Very problematic.
Yeah, that is a disturbing photo.
And did I see that he's like 35?
Is he really?
Seriously?
Swear to God.
No, that can't be right.
Look how old he is.
He cannot be younger than me.
That drives me nuts, too.
I'm telling you.
So Applebaum was there.
36.
See?
I'm older than that dude.
36 years old, yeah.
He looks like he's fucking 50.
Yeah.
I have bald-headed.
Clean living.
So Ann Applebaum of The Atlantic was asked about Hunter Biden's laptop, and they're doing a symposium on disinformation and the erosion of democracy.
Legitimate question.
By the way, not just 3 white guys, 3 very nerdy-looking white guys.
Yeah.
Not even like they kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's disturbing.
Can you get some better representation up there?
The erosion of democracy.
So Applebaum dismissed the story regarding Hunter Biden's laptop and his foreign business dealings as totally irrelevant to the presidential election, even if it was not disinformation, of course, potentially unethical business ventures acquired only because of Hunter's dad's position in the government, with the speculation that the big guy even benefited himself, are highly relevant. Stelter's appearance may have topped Applebaum's. A college freshman asked the anchor about CNN Network's own
Who's this dude on the right, by the way?
I don't know. Why would you interrupt me when I'm finishing a sentence?
I'm
Stop
sorry.
it, Jesus. Well, welcome home.
Welcome back.
We're going to play it.
Can I say it? No,
what?
Well, dude, he's in this fucking disinformation big, symposium. And I don't care. I'm a guy who wears sweatpants most of my life, but he's wearing a shirt that's no tie, buttoned down. He's got sneakers on.
That's the move now.
That is kind of the move now.
Is it? Awesome. Well, never mind then.
Yeah, that's the move. Yeah, like a sport coat and sneakers.
Okay.
Like the Skechers kind of,
You can continue now.
He's pissed that he's not on camera where we'd normally just be Winnie the Pooh in it.
Yeah, good point.
He's pissed he had to
Aren't we all?
Skechers on. All right, so let's hear this college student. And let's see how pay attention to how Brian eludes the question completely.
My name is Christopher Phillips. I'm a first year at the college. My question is for Mr. Stelter. You've all spoken extensively about Fox News being a purveyor of disinformation, but CNN is right up there with them. They pushed the Russian collusion hoax. They pushed the Jussie Smollett hoax. They smeared Justice Kavanaugh as a rapist, and they also smeared Nick Sandmann as a white supremacist. And yes, they dismissed the Hunter Biden laptop affair as pure Russian disinformation. With mainstream corporate journalists becoming little more than apologists and cheerleaders for the regime,
what a great question.
Is it time to finally declare that the canon of journalistic ethics is dead or no longer operative? All the mistakes of the mainstream media, and CNN in particular, seem to magically all go in one direction. Are we expected to believe that this is all just some sort of random coincidence, or is there something else behind it?
Great.
Yeah.
It's too bad. It's time for lunch.
You have 30 seconds.
No, I mean,
Brian.
there's a clock that says 30 seconds. But I think my honest answer to you, and I'll come over and talk in more detail after this.
Didn't happen.
is
Off
that
mic.
I think you're describing a different channel than the one that I watch.
No, he's not.
But I understand that is a popular right-wing narrative about CNN.
It's the truth
I think
about
it's
CNN.
important when we talk about shared reality and democracy. All these networks, all these news outlets have to defend democracy. And when they screw up, admit it.
Yeah, you don't do that.
But when Benjamin Hall, the Fox correspondent, was wounded in Ukraine, the news crews at CNN and the New York Times stopped what they were doing, and they tried to help. They tried
Irrelevant.
to help him get
Well,
out
I
of the
know.
country.
Irrelevant.
It's fine, the dead crew members.
Wow, you
That's
want a
what
medal
news
for
outlets
that?
do. That's how they actually do
That's
work
what humans
together.
do,
To your
asshole.
question about sharing those kinds of connections and trust. We don't talk about it enough, though. We don't share that reality about how that happens. And with regards to the regime, I think you mean the President Biden.
Soup.
The last time I
Yeah.
spoke with a Biden aide, we yelled at each other.
Irrelevant.
So that's the reality of the news business. That people
About what,
don't
by the
see,
way, though? Could be
that people
anything.
don't hear.
Right.
Could be
About where they
about
were going for lunch.
Right.
Brian wanted Burger King as usual, and this guy wanted to go to a salad shop. They had an argument.
Failure of journalism to show our work and show the reality of how our profession operates.
That's
We
a
have
non-answer,
lot
dude.
of
That's
work
such
to
a
do.
non-answer.
Not
Such-
even. It's not even a non-answer.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
This kid asked the most pointed
Exactly.
question,
Direct.
with given examples. This is all we've wanted.
Yes.
Someone fucking have the balls to ask these people, because they won't come on.
No.
They would never come on a show like this and try to defend themselves. We saw how well Sanjay Gupta did when he went on Rogan's show
Yep.
and ate cock for 3 hours, just got blasted and looked like a total asshole. This kid takes him to school here, and Stelter dodged that question completely.
Because he has no answer.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
the best answer he gave there was, oh, time for lunch. Fuck, I don't want to touch this thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time
That
for
was the
lunch.
real.
I know,
This is-
right?
Yeah,
This
that was
is
the
a-
real fucking answer.
This is a popular right-wing talking point.
Yeah, is it?
Okay, why would it be a popular right-wing talking point? Is it because it's true? You can't deny the Hunter Biden story anymore. You fucking paid out on the Nick Sandman thing.
Gave you all examples, and
All the
every one is
examples.
absolutely legitimate.
Russia collusion was nonsense. We know all that now.
And he
who
didn't even
funded
have the
it?
balls to come in with something like, you know, hey, sometimes we get shit wrong. You know, we don't try and be partisan. We deal with the information we have at the time. Sometimes it turns out to be false. He could have given a bullshit, at least legitimate type of an answer for
Yeah.
that, and didn't even fucking try.
Yeah.
He talked
He
about
doesn't
that.
have to.
And
Yeah, he
exactly,
knows there'll be
and
no pushback.
And no pushback. I wish that they should have left that kid on there. And
Oh my
go,
God! Can you imagine
yeah,
you could follow
but-
up with an example? It was a great question.
Oh, yeah,
well
He
worded.
did. He posted that to Twitter or Instagram or something
Yeah.
and said, hey, thanks for taking the time to answer my question and come over and talk to me afterwards, but you still didn't answer shit
Yeah.
of my question.
And the
You
reality is that she said, "I'll come talk to you after." Like, yeah, when there's no mics on,
Yeah,
and maybe
right.
I
The
might give you
cameras aren't here.
something. Yeah, that.
And if we make mistakes, which journalists can do, you have to admit it so people can. It's like, yeah,
Please.
right. We'd all be fine with you making mistakes
That
if you admitted
story
it.
about the fucking, some camera guy or whatever getting hurt in Ukraine or wherever that
Yeah.
was.
And CNN, we're brothers in journalism.
Yeah,
It's like,
we
dude,
stopped what we were
imagine?
doing.
Dude, that's what humans do. Oh,
Yeah.
a bomb went off and you tried to help injured
Yeah.
fucking
We're
civilians.
like, oh, fuck that guy. He's from Fox.
He's from Fox
Let
News.
him die.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh, wow.
him.
Wow. Let's give you a fucking.
That's what you get.
Actually, by the way, based on how they talk,
that's the reality of the. That's the reality of the news business that you don't see. What, you act like almost human beings once in a while?
No, that you can't answer a question. Is that what you mean? That we
Yeah.
we don't get to see?
What
Yeah.
do you?
Oh, I was gonna say actually, the funny thing is based on how they talk about those people, you'd think that they actually should just let them go and say, "Hey, we're helping out."
Yeah.
By helping them, they're kind of helping out the evil corporation, man.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
The guy they're talking about, you might remember, we had him on our show. Benjamin Hall. He wrote the book on ISIS.
oh yeah. I mean, I
That's-
don't remember.
That's the
a while
guy
ago,
who
but-
was injured that Brian is
Really?
talking about.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
He's all
And
fucked up.
we got an update on him, and I'll read it to you now because I was shocked. Usually these reports, when something goes down and someone gets hurt, it's like the story develops really, really fast.
Yeah.
And you know that Dwayne Haskins was hit by a dump truck.
Yeah.
4 hours later. This one took weeks, and it was like, what the fuck's going on with Benjamin Hall? Well, he finally gave an update and said, to sum it up, I've lost half a leg on one side, a foot on the other. One hand is being put together. One eye is no longer working, and my hearing is blown.
Damn.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Both feet gone and half a leg. Ugh.
Rough.
He said he felt pretty damn lucky to be here, calling those who helped him amazing. He also took time to honor his colleagues who were killed. I hate that their names are so hard to pronounce because I'd love to give them shout outs, but it's like.
Want me to have a shot at it here?
You want to take a shot at it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let
nail
me
it.
see what we got. All right.
There you go.
I think I could honor their legacy.
You definitely got
you're
this.
You're gonna do great. Yeah. It's the underlying part.
No doubt.
All right.
So who do we got here? We got journalist. Yep. Ola Cassandra.
That's
Oh,
pretty
this
good.
next one. Yeah, I think I got that one. And then Sasha.
No. Don't skip the first name. And you didn't do the last name on the first one.
Pere Zakarinetsky.
Okay, nailed it.
Asokanandra. Sasha Kavanova.
Nailed it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Home run,
Rest
boy.
in peace.
Rest in peace. Thank you, E.
Yeah,
My thoughts and prayers, of course.
Tapas.
absolutely.
Prayers and all that.
And I meant every word I said there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it sounded like crazy effort to get him out of there.
Yeah, I believe it.
And to get him to the United States.
It was weird how that
good.
story went kind of dark. You just didn't get any details. You just said he was injured, and normally they can't wait to give you every update possible.
Yeah.
And you just didn't get anything. So, and he had to come out with his own statement.
So the Jennifer Griffin, who's the Fox News national security correspondent, likened this to the stuff of movies. When she heard of Hall's injury and the deaths of, what were their names?
What was it? Pere
Yep.
Nakasaka or
Yeah,
something?
that's
and then,
definitely-
and, something Nova.
Sasha.
Sasha Nova. Duh. Yeah.
Kuvshinova.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What a sexy
Alessandra
name.
Sasha.
I really hope Jenny's not watching this. She
Yeah,
would be
she's-
rolling.
Yeah, I
her eyes.
apologize,
Yeah.
Jenny.
He did his
out of
best.
practice.
I will give him that. He
Yeah.
was not fucking around. He
I found
really
out-
did his best. Although Jenny, you know her real name's not Jenny.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Her fucking first name is something crazy.
Yeah,
shit.
no, it's something crazy. Even
And it's-
Fedorovich is, I think I finally Fedorovich, right? That's what she says. I don't think that's
Yeah.
even her real. Yeah, I found out, by the way, and Troy I thought I was going to read these.
You're about to. Don't worry.
Okay. So I was going to read these names. I found out through doing that DoorDash that I have no idea. I can't read last names.
Now it's really out of the bag.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever,
Holy
man.
shit.
I know, man. Cancel me. But no, I found out I can't read last
Well, they
names.
tried to keep your secret forever, and now you're just throwing
But
her
it
out
doesn't
like
matter,
it's fucking,
dude. Fucking, it doesn't matter.
like it's a
anymore.
dollar tip.
I did what I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, just closing that up. They had
Yeah.
to go to the State Department, and they were running into problems because if they entered it would look like they were getting involved in the war, America.
Oh, to get him out of there?
To get him out of there. So they had to get him to a hospital in Germany somehow, through whatever. They had to get him stabilized, get him on the ground to Germany, and then from Germany, Americans were able to go in and get him the fuck. But dude, what a nightmare.
Yeah.
And one of the nicest guys we've ever interviewed.
I mentioned.
And I think he's a solid correspondent too. So sad.
What was I going to say? It's funny. This shows you how ignorant when I said I don't pay attention. I didn't realize. I guess we weren't in the. What are we doing? We're just kind of saying we're putting up our hashtags, I guess,
We're
or
not
what?
doing anything. We're giving them money.
We're giving lots of thoughts.
Oh,
and
okay.
prayers.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Oh.
So we're going to let E read the names for our new Patreon members.
Oh yes.
Patreon.com
Hold on,
/TDC
Yeah.
Podcast. These are the new members.
We've stalled a little bit, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
The LSD division needs to get its
Oh, it
ass
will
in
be.
gear.
Yep, that's coming, and it's coming for yous.
Yeah.
You people.
I'm looking at that Radio for One studio sign over there that has 500 fucking names.
Right.
People that donated that Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Do the people still say they listen to every episode? I listen to every episode.
Yeah,
right?
lots of them do.
Well, I
But-
bet it's more than the bottom on this list here.
Yeah.
I feel
would
like.
agree.
Yeah. So go
So
ahead.
what do we got here? We got. I think some of these aren't as bad. Luckily, got
No,
lucky.
they're
here.
not bad, yeah.
Brandon Durham.
Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Oh, let's go, Brandon. There
Yeah,
we
we
go.
love the Brandons of the world.
Oh, I should. I'm sorry. You know what? I was reading them. I should give them more emphasis, I guess. But Doug. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Doug.
Steely. Doug Steely.
Steal. Just steal.
Okay.
Steele. Steal.
Steely.
You know.
He's probably never been called. Maybe a 4-year-old called him Steely, but
Probably his nickname.
You know what I found so funny?
Steels.
Like I said, I'm bad with names, and I've also when we were driving.
that's not true. Don't say that.
No, and I see cities or something. I just say whatever I first see. I just say something, and if it's it doesn't matter.
It's
anyway,
even close.
Yeah.
Wow. That was so not necessary to be stated.
Kevin,
That was Jesus. You needed to abort on that one. Just pull the ripcord.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Kevin. I should know this name really. Gringus.
Ah.
I think that's pretty close.
Shit. Well, hold on.
Oh.
Do over. Kevin Gringus.
No.
No.
What?
Gingrass.
Gingrass? No, it's Gringus.
No.
There's no R.
Oh, is that Stacy? That's Stacy in them, right?
Gingras.
no
I
R.
wrote it wrong. Gingras.
Gin.
Gingras?
Yeah.
God damn it. All right, I
Gin
fucking
grass.
quit.
She wrote
All
us a
right.
thing and said gin grass.
Oh, Gingras.
Gingras.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the
Is that
actual
right? Am I wrong about
husband.
that?
No, I think you're right.
That's the
Gingras.
actual husband
I fucking know. I'm terrible.
of Stacy.
But I was supposed to apologize.
Smoking hot
personally.
Stacy.
Beautiful.
Nice job, sir. You
Yes.
did very good work.
That I miss husband her.
I did catch that one name, by the
Stacy
way.
Fine Art,
brother.
by the way. Go if you want to support. He doesn't need the support.
Just
but
Stacy. Gingrass.
You have had some cool names. I remember, what was the one, like Newgrant or something, or Newgrant or New? Never mind, doesn't matter. Craig
Ken.
Boyk.
Free right. Free
Boyk, is that right?
Sure.
What is it? Say it again.
Craig Boyk.
Craig Boyk. Yeah, I've seen Craig Boyk.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Craig.
And this one is pretty easy. Kyle I was going to say Mathers. Matthews, I guess?
Kyle Matthews.
I
You're
don't know
the one
why.
reading it. You're the only one with the names.
Those
in
are the
front of
guys.
you. Did you get it right?
I think so. I don't
Kyle
know.
Matthews.
Look at some of these names. Weird names. Noack. I don't know.
What's great? Were you just going back through old ones?
I guess.
Yeah.
No, there was a few funny names you guys have had that didn't seem real. I felt like, what was that one? There was like, one was like, you guys were making fun of like women going down on women or something, get disease, you get that from it. Like,
Oh, geez, the fucking
Thrush.
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 Oh,
Yeah.
Thrush.
Yeah.
Nick
Yeah.
Thrush.
Nick Thrush.
yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, Kyle Matthews, you'll be hearing more about. That's one of our new business as usual members.
Oh, cool.
So look forward to hearing
What
more.
does business
of
as
Nick
usual
Matthews.
mean? What's the difference?
That is
Are there different several levels on the
that's-
Patreon?
Yep, that's our highest level at the moment. Is
Really?
now closed, and they get a read for their business.
Wow.
They get
Nice.
all of the below options plus a
What does that
weekly read.
run? I'm just curious.
It's $150 a month.
Can I pay $100 one time and do a read for my my podcast?
Sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Go ahead. Plug your podcast.
For anyone that cares, by the way, I do. I'm going to say we do two shows around the road. One is with me and Amy Zempel, if you White Oprah for the
Yeah.
Chris Newberg fans, and
We love
also
Amy.
won a trivia one time. Could have won it twice. I mean, could have won it twice.
That hurts.
And she contends that she should have, but I contend that know the questions, know the answers. I mean, but anyway,
What was the dust up there?
the
Was
dust up was that
Fox
someone was on the phone.
it was
Fox.
Fox on
Jim
the
Fox
phone.
was on the phone.
Yeah,
Right.
wasn't present to win.
And so, so you had to be present to win. And
But I
that
mean,
was
Like
she
he
knew
could have
the
somehow
answers.
been looking up the answers
what did she
while
fuck
he was.
up?
I mean, I don't remember, but know the answers and you'd still win.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality. What does it matter?
She's gonna kick you in the balls.
Anyway, she does the show with me on usually Mondays, sometimes Tuesdays. It's on Spotify and iTunes. Big E Comedy Venture.
Yeah.
The one I do with my buddies, we do a few different ones. Some on the road, some are just a regular show, and it's called Two Hippies, One Drunk. That's the number 2, the number 1. I'm gonna just throw this out there. I would, if anyone wants
Number
like
2.
yeah, poopy. But if anyone wants like an episode for whatever reason, the one I think we had was the closest that we've had on TDC. Is my one friend Scott does a themed episode sometimes where we do advice columns and he reads advice stuff and we give kind of our thoughts on it. We had one a few weeks ago that I thought was, when I did it, I was like, this is the closest I've done to a TDC thing. I think we were trying to describe what defined incest and stuff like that. So
what episode was that?
like I said, I'd have to look at it. It's a Two Hippies, One Drunk. It's probably about a month ago. Scott does advice columns or something like that. If you look, he's only done that twice. So if you look through our Spotify, it's on there. But
All right. Okay.
Anyway, we do them on Wednesdays and a few other shows where I talk about what I'm doing on the road.
Yeah,
Excellent.
And it's
Good way to keep
You know what? It is what it is. I know man, doing this with you guys, how nice. I mean, we're doing our stuff mostly from a freaking hotel room. We've had times where we've set up the camera on a fucking
Pants on or
ironing board. You know, it's like sitting there and you're kind of thinking, so pants are, well, I mean, do I wear pants ever? Whatever these are.
Real pants, sweatpants.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you.
That really matches that really well. That
It
worked out
actually does
perfect.
pop, dude. It
Yeah.
does. It does.
Yeah,
work.
it looks great.
Yeah.
I worry that
coming
these
soon.
I wish that I don't shoot these things because I will. But I like on mine that I have the black and the white.
Well, you know, it's funny. We found out that that's supposed to be an option. Like you.
That's
take,
what Mike said,
Yeah,
yeah.
you take one of them out. But
I like it
I
like
think it's
this,
kinda
dude.
dope.
I
Yeah,
did too.
I think that what you do there, the trick is you tie them both together, like at the end.
Gotcha.
And then it'll never come
Like
back.
this?
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
I
no.
thought you were taking that back. No.
No,
Gets to keep
Not
that
anymore.
Yeah,
You think they're gonna take back a shirt that touched my flesh? Like,
Nope, that's a keeper.
right? Give me a
Our
break.
gift to you.
Although I'm taking more showers than I ever have, believe it or not. But whatever.
good for you.
Not using soap necessarily, but I'm taking them.
Oh, that counts.
Rinse the skank off.
Totally
Good enough.
counts. We've got a UCLA professor.
Ukla.
And Ukla, yep. He was suspended for refusing to grade black students more leniently in the wake of George Floyd. What could possibly go wrong there?
That's racist.
Well,
Yeah. He can continue with his lawsuit, a judge said.
okay, yeah.
Oh, he's allowed to.
How could
Yes.
they possibly be expected to perform at school?
Some kids in L.A.
Yeah.
so worried about the one
Going to
death of
UCLA.
one- the death of one individual in Minneapolis
Yep.
that they didn't know.
Yep.
But they, we got to go easy.
Well,
on it.
how is he? Well, I wonder what does it say in here? What
bet
what are we saying? Like if they did a quiz and they got you're supposed to get two instead
Well, I'll
of
tell you.
I bet
Yeah.
we'll get to that point.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll tell you what their argument was and what the professor said back to them. So, but this lawsuit can continue. A judge ruled they were trying to get it thrown out. UCLA was trying to get this lawsuit thrown
It
out,
can continue.
and the judge said, No. This will continue. So, following Floyd's death, a group of students sent an email to UCLA accounting professor Gordon Klein asking him to institute a no-harm final exam that could only benefit student grades, and for shortened exams, we want shorter exams, and extended deadlines for final assignments and projects. The students requested all of these accommodations due to the recent traumas. We have been placed in a position where we must choose between actively supporting our black classmates or focusing on finishing up our spring quarter.
What?
We believe that remaining neutral in times of injustice brings power to the oppressor, and therefore staying silent is not an option.
Silence is violence.
It's a good move. I
Yeah.
mean, good on them to try, but fuck does that mean?
Professor Klein did not accept their arguments and responded in an email that gained him quite the students got quite angry with.
A little pushback on that, did he?
Thanks for your suggestion in your email below that I give black students special treatment given the tragedy in Minnesota. Do you know the names of the classmates that are black? How can I identify them since we've been having online classes only? Klein went on to ask students who may be of mixed parentage, such as half black, half Asian, what do you suggest I do with respect to them? Full concession or just half?
Oh boy.
He also said a white student from Minneapolis might possibly even be more devastated by this, especially because some might think that they're racist even if they're not. My teacher's assistant is from Minneapolis, so if you don't know, I could possibly ask her. He was suspended and denounced by UCLA.
Get the fuck out of here.
They later reinstated him, but as Cornell professor William Jacobson noted, not before his reputation and career were severely damaged. Yeah, I hope he fucking sues the shit out of him.
Yep. I think that one's going to go forward, and he's going to win.
Yeah, this idea of giving special treatment to people.
Yeah.
It's just
How could they
unbelievable.
possibly expect? But there's after the verdict, they were not expected to go to work, things like that.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
What
right?
the fuck is going on right now?
Okay, let's see here.
Oh man, passing up all those.
Okay.
No, just kidding. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm passing up a bunch of stories, but
Hey, in today's complex financial environment, timely insights and prudent guidance are essential to effectively manage your money and work towards your goals. Mark and Jay at LPL Financial can help you develop an investment strategy to address your needs and aspirations. Call today and tell them you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. 248-626-2000 and ask for Mark or Jay. You want to take this one live, E, or?
The Financial Things and Advisors LPC.
Yep, nailed it.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor.
Member FINRA SIPC.
Yeah, basically what I just said.
Exactly.
I mean, you didn't even have to play that. I'm glad you did, just for technical purposes.
Exactly. We don't want
Cross
any
the I's.
loopholes in there, yeah.
Now I know how Jay is. I think what I said was good enough, but
I think it covered all the bases for sure.
right.
okay. We had the death of Dwayne Haskins, former Ohio State quarterback.
What happened exactly? I'm sorry to say this. I know he got hit or something. Was
Run
it
over
got hit
by a
by
dump
dump truck.
truck.
But is it was he walking around drunk? I don't know anything about the story, so I'm just not.
Well,
I think we'll get there again, E.
Well, I assume that the story. You know what? I forgot.
You see all this right here? These are details
Well, here-
about the story that we're going to get into.
Here's what I forgot.
All right,
I
we'll just
forgot that
skip
we
all
haven't.
how to do a show?
I forgot it happened over the weekend. My time frame is really messed up on this stuff.
Abort. Just pull it.
Don't worry, you'll be rid of me
the
tomorrow.
The point of doing the story is there is sort of a lack of details that are
Yeah.
important because when they say stuff like early morning,
Yep.
I don't know if that means 6 a.m. He was bicycling to practice to work with his teammates,
right?
Or 2:30 a.m. He's leaving a club,
stumbling out in the middle of the
hammered, and gets hit by a dump truck.
What happened on my end? Honestly, I totally forgot the time that these things came out, and I forgot you haven't done a story since then. It seems like already weirdly that the story's been out there. Like this just happened 2 days ago, right, or something like that.
Saturday.
That's what happened to me. That's my point. I kind of forgot you hadn't talked about it yet.
It's fine, and it's not even about that.
Yeah,
it's not even about that story. It's about the other parts of the story, like. Ari Shaffir took tons of shit when he joked about Kobe Bryant dying.
Yep.
That he was glad about it. He got canceled. His management dropped him.
Rapist and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we finally got rid of a rapist, whatever his joke was, basically.
So you've got a former Cowboys executive, class of 2019 Pro Football Hall of Fame, Gil Brandt, apologizing Saturday. He's 90. And he gets picked up. He's on a Sirius XM sports talk show, and they're like, hey, what did this is Dwayne Haskins' really tragic story. What do you think? And he's like, he said,
he's 90?
Yeah. Oof. Brand's 90 years old, hopped on a Sirius XM show.
Does he know what that is?
I hate anytime anybody is killed or anybody dies, but he was a guy that was living to be dead, so to speak. Oh, they told him, don't under any circumstance leave school early. You just don't have the work habits. You don't have this. You don't have that. What did he do? He left school early. It's a tragic thing. Anytime somebody dies, it's tragic, especially when you're 24 and you got your whole life ahead of you. But maybe if he stayed in school a year, he wouldn't do silly things. Jogging on a highway on a road like that leaves it open.
What the fuck?
Well, the guy's 90.
He's 90.
I mean,
yeah.
Right.
With that generation, they're going to give you a fucking honest opinion.
Yeah, he has no idea.
Yeah.
Who broke it? Was it Shefty or
Sheft.
was it that caught all the shit about his original tweet about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were going to go on.
I'm going there.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry. Fuck.
No,
He's rubbing off on me.
You're fine. That's a part of the story. That's my overall point to this.
Yep.
Is
we're gonna get there, Troy.
Are we supposed to not, like, these are public figures, right? Dwayne Haskins, if Dwayne Haskins is Dwayne Johnson and he's just hit by a car in fucking Miami, no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
So
The Rock dies, people are going to fucking care.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's Pete,
especially in Miami.
If it's Bill Mahalski gets hit by a dump truck in fucking Miami.
I'd care.
You would care and I would care, but that's about it. But the fact is, he's a known name, went to one of the biggest colleges in the country. He might have even won a national title. Was he part of?
What do you have a problem with?
The people are like
both those statements. I saw the tweet and I'd hear that. I think they're crazy dumb.
Yeah. Well, that's your opinion. You can say that. So Schefter, people want Schefter fired.
Yeah.
They want him to lose his fucking career because he said Dwayne Haskins was unfortunately killed, hit by a car in the early morning hours today. He had a brilliant career at Ohio State and struggled to make it work in the NFL with the Steelers and the Washington Redskins or whatever.
I don't think he should be fired. I think it's a very, very stupid tweet. I think it's insensitive as hell.
Yeah.
I think he should probably maybe a week suspension or something. Honestly, I do think something should. I think it's stupid,
suspension?
Man. Yeah.
I don't even think that. I mean, it's whatever. I mean, why is there repercussions for what you do? Was it wrong? Yeah, but
there's repercussions because life has repercussions, and I think that's
it's
really
a little insensitive. But are we so soft? It's like, oh, that was a shit take. Move along. Why do we need to fucking upend someone's career and life?
Yeah, it's a privilege to do what he does, and I think
he's the best in the world at it.
Is he?
Yes, Adam Schefter. He breaks more news.
Yeah, the leading
more
voice.
NFL. I mean, he's the go-to guy. And he
I'll
works
say
around
that.
the clock.
Phones at all times.
Not to mention his wife. You know, her husband was killed in the 9/11 towers. Not that relates to this.
Yeah.
And had a young son, and Adam has raised this kid, and
he's a Michigan man.
Stepped in, and he's a Michigan man. Yeah.
I hope he acknowledges that they're a basketball program, not a football program, but that's fine. Adam, his isn't as bad. That old dude's statement is fucking absurd.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking absurd.
Will you accept his apology?
Not the old guys, to be honest with you.
He's 90. What are you
Just
doing on a
babbling.
microphone? You can't throw a 90 unless it's fucking Ernie Harwell.
Right.
You don't throw a 90-year-old on the fucking
I mean,
air.
him talking about going out of dude, people fucking that's suggesting, by the way, that regular people that have gone to 4-year colleges don't do anything stupid ever. Yeah. Like, what is he talking about?
Well, no, I think what he's saying is you look to get paid because you could, but all the people are saying, dude, this kid does not have the work ethic. Yeah. He is not a guy that's going to thrive. There were a lot of red flags. And so the guy that's 90 doesn't give a shit anymore, and he's just going to say that.
Well, the difference, too, is that old man, this was after the fact, and he's being asked
asked
his opinion
right.
on after the fact.
Yeah.
Whereas Schefter, that was him breaking the story.
Yeah, a little different.
That was the breaking the story. Like, okay, I mean, it was just insensitive. It wasn't wrong, but it was. You don't need to include that when you're breaking.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think it's needed in the thing, but
spent time with these teams as opposed to struggled in the league.
I don't think he should be fired. Like that old dude though. Like if that old dude, if it was reversed and that's what Schefter had said in an interview, I would agree. I would say that I believe he should be fired. I think what that old guy said, it was fucking absurd. Schefter's is a little more okay. You're right. Not
the fact
needed.
that you're breaking it right. It was like okay. That really
just tell the
has no
story at that
relevance.
point, and then maybe later on a talk show, you can, I guess, talk. Even that, dude. What's the point anyway, dude? No offense.
Yeah.
I know it sucks.
Piling on the dead.
Right. Like, was it?
We all know he sucked.
Right. Exactly.
We all saw the film.
Yeah. I mean,
He's an Ohio State quarterback. Of course he.
Enough said.
Of course he flopped in the NFL.
So let's see if the old guy's apology rings true, or if this is just his wife wrote this or something. I don't know. This morning, while learning of Dwayne Haskins' passing, I reacted carelessly and insensitively on a radio interview. I want to apologize to Mr. Haskins' family and anyone who heard my poor choice of words. I truly apologize. My heart goes out to his family at this difficult time.
He doesn't give a fuck.
That ain't him.
No, someone wrote that, and did he even say that? It probably was just a random message from his agent put it out, or whatever he has. I don't know the situation.
He's 90. I'm probably surprised he didn't say colored.
Right, that is good. That is a win.
Yeah, that is a win. He didn't drop an N-bomb.
He's lucky enough that he got it right.
Not one N-bomb on the show that I heard.
Right, that's a good point. So I'll check that off as a positive.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's, like I said, I would say Schefter's. I don't think he should be fired for that. But I was just saying, if you reverse those though, for whatever reason, and that's what Schefter said in an interview.
Oh yeah,
I would be, dude. I'd be definitely okay with him getting canned. Honestly,
that's a completely different story.
Yeah, but I'm just making up a hypothetical.
Let's go club the old man to death. Good enough.
I mean, nah.
He's 90. Whatever.
Right.
He'll be gone in a week anyways.
Does he have a job anymore? What does he do? Do you know at all?
Well, he was an executive with the Cowboys, so he's got extensive
So he's still
knowledge.
working there, or he was?
No, he was.
Just some dude?
He's in the Hall of Fame, so they reached out to him.
Gotcha.
Whatever.
Well, I think wasn't he just doing an interview anyway, right? By the way, I don't think he was.
Not for that.
Yeah, so he was just kind of doing an interview
on there, and they asked.
And on their part, by the way, I don't even know why they brought it up personally, but. Well, they probably thought he would give a regular answer. What a tragedy.
Trav, we can find it. If you want to listen to it, I can have Trav pull it up, and you guys can hear.
This was the news of the day, and they just brought it up.
Do we know anything more about what he was doing? It was like 6 a.m, you said? Or?
That's the problem I have with this story. Because there's, like I said, a giant difference between the guys fucking bicycling to practice at 6 a.m. to work his ass.
Or just running or something, right?
Yeah, he's jogging out.
No,
for
I thought I heard something about it, like his car. His car broke down or he had a flat or something like that.
Yeah.
But he was on the side of the highway.
So why don't we know yet if he was hammered?
I don't know.
Because I know he tweeted earlier that day that he was going out in the club. They were taking pictures of them going out to the club.
Yep.
So that, it's tragic. It's sad. It's awful.
I could have been,
and could legitimately still be 6 a.m.
Right.
Because I mean, was he on his way to the facility?
I have no idea.
And everybody in this room, I am sure, knows what it would be like to be making dumb drunk decisions at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
No, not me.
Well, not Travis for sure. Travis, fucking Mr. America, but
Yeah.
Mr. America. I don't know what that means, but.
I didn't think it was that far off. I could see him as Captain America, wholesome All-American.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. Like he would.
Did you find it there, Trav?
You never tell because they can. It's hard to cue. We need to fix that.
Yeah, that's the problem with not having the cue thing. It does make it tough.
We could do it with the old board.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Well.
On that note,
so do you want to try and play it?
I can try. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might have the audio.
What am I
here.
looking at here? Never mind. We're
Go
listening.
ahead.
you're looking at my sexy ass.
It's up.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nothing. Oh wait, here it is. I got it.
Nice.
Come on.
Sounds like a hateful person.
Fired.
That's just
What is
gonna
going
be a
on?
Slideshow.
Oh, yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Gotta hate those fucking slideshows, dude. There is nothing more.
Don't you hate when it says video? And
Yes. Yes.
fucking asshole. It's a still shot, you son of a bitch.
I fucking hate it. I hate also, dude, when they have the, I know what clickbait is, but you see something and you get sucked in sometimes, like, bombing news, so-and-so said this about so-and-so, and you're like, oh, really? And then it's just like, some electronic voice, and it's not really what they said. And
I was demoted this week, so I am working.
at your regular job or here?
No, here.
Oh, okay.
Probably my other job. Too.
Once this gets out, you'll
Find out tomorrow.
He dropped the ball on a couple very important items, and Aaron had to pick up the slack.
Me up.
So I demoted him to Genius Light.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, hey, it hurts me more than it hurts him.
Now you know how it
Trust me.
feels, Travis.
So
Only me and Travis now know
Yeah.
what it's really like in the bunker.
You earned the right to be called retarded.
Right.
And he earned the right to be called genius light.
You know what's interesting, by the way?
Simple as that.
Hurts.
Not to shamelessly promote like the two hippies, one drunk I do, but those guys are younger.
$100 more.
Those guys are
Right?
younger.
You blew your one fucking shot already.
They're younger, and you can argue that they're in the libertarish nation.
Yeah, they
and
are.
we have decided on our show that it is okay to say retard. Like we say retard on our show.
Okay.
So I think it's coming back.
Well,
I
it's
think
like,
the
that's like a
momentum
black guy using the N-word.
Yeah. Yeah, you three are allowed to
That's a
use it.
great point. That's a great point. I'm going to start getting mad when you guys say it. That's my word. You can't say that
You
word.
can't do that.
That's awesome. I'm going to use that. No, but like my point is like if you think of these guys, if Scott is willing to say retard, right? Yeah.
You lend a retard a pencil.
I played them that video recently.
you,
By
Paul
the way,
Dawson?
yeah.
It's the greatest video on the internet.
No, it's awesome.
It's the greatest video.
If that dude's willing, if Scott's willing to say retard on our thing, like that means he believes it's okay. So
Yeah.
guys, it's free.
He'll puss out as soon as someone pushes back on him, though.
Except, yeah, well, remember that one guy? I don't know who it was, but I don't know if they listened still. We went at that like meeting or something. He was kind of helping us out with our YouTube or Google or something, and he was like, "The one thing is, he really loved this," and he's like, "You can't say that word. You can't say that word."
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, but I don't remember what
was.
the situation was.
And I told him, "Thank you for your concern, and I will not be changing that. I'm sorry." No.
It's
his
too
sister.
good.
His sister was a huge listener.
Yeah.
and that bothered them. And I
Is she
said,
huge or?
"No, no, she's a huge listener. She probably still listens. I hope so." And that dude was really smart, really good. But I was like, you know what? I appreciate your concern, but
Precedent has been set.
that's not going to change. I'm sorry.
And it works
if
great
that's-
on
if
my
that's a
end.
deal breaker. I'm sorry.
Right, and it works great on that E. I know we've talked about when we did the big Eagles nest and tell E. That E just works, and E-tard is so good.
Yeah,
E-tard's
it works
too good
so
to
well.
just let it go.
I agree. We got that audio yet, Travis, or what's going on here?
We bought you enough time, man.
Right, Jesus.
We took it to bat for
I did
it.
a
I'm
tight
already off on
5
something
on.
else.
I already did a tight 5 in retard. Is that enough?
Well, I'll put these stories away. I'll do one more. How do you guys feel about cyclists? Because I have strong opinions on cyclists.
Get off the fucking road.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Or just move to the side.
That's the thing. Don't act like you're fucking. You know what?
know who you are.
When
This
I
is
used to
probably
go,
listening.
when I used to go running and would train for marathons,
Left.
I would run in the winter.
Shing.
And I would still get off the fucking road. I ran in the winter, dude, and I'd get off the road, and yes, people would, shoot this fucking ice at me and stuff. But I didn't just keep going in the road going, oh, well. I knew.
Yeah.
I knew.
You
And
know
I
it was coming.
Right.
And listen,
The
if you
white
wear
stuff
your
was
full
coming.
fucking spandex garbage,
Weekend Warriors.
then
I think that's my biggest problem.
oh god, you want to
And
go for
they-
a bike ride? Great. You want to go out there full Lance Armstrong?
Yeah.
I
hope
also
you
have
lose
the.
a ball.
I have a bigger.
How about Robin Williams with the pointed helmet coming
Yeah.
all the way down his back in Central Park? You're like, dude.
I have the bigger beef too, by the way, and I know their explanation, and I don't take it, but I know it. But when I go to like Kensington, dude, Kensington has an 8-mile loop inside of Kensington. You can also do really this other loop. There's a series between a few different places where you can do about 20 miles on a fucking walking bike path, and they still in Kensington are on the bikes. And they'll say, well, we go too fast. No, you don't. Shut up and get on the bike path.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a place where there's miles of bike path. Get on the fucking bike path.
Share
What are they not doing? They're not.
They go on the regular road,
They're on
even
the
in
street
Kensington.
instead of the fucking bike path.
I mean,
Yeah, get on the
Kensington
bike path.
Metro Park. It's a fucking
That's what it's for.
right.
Well, you guys are probably going to like this woman from Utah.
Does she get mowed over?
No, she mowed over 2 cyclist brothers.
Oh, good
yeah,
for her.
okay, good. Yeah, that's what I
them
meant.
both.
Not all heroes wear capes.
But here's the thing. Julie Budge.
Okay.
Like it,
Like-
budging those people out of the way, huh?
Yeah, don't budge. She didn't. Nope. She told officers she was taking various medications in order to treat a number of medical issues. Here's the thing.
Oh boy.
She started to shit herself with absolute incontrollability.
Oh my god.
And all she could do was swerve over and mow these 2 brothers down riding their cycles.
Okay.
She lost control of her vehicle.
God, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
What an
Wow.
interesting situation.
Wow.
Like if you're driving on a road for real, and all of a sudden you start having explosive diarrhea while you're driving.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And what are you
problem.
supposed to just keep it in the lane? Keep it in the lane.
Do you have a responsibility to keep it in the lane?
I mean,
even if you're just blowing your ass out?
I mean, ultimately, I believe the law is that you have to be, in
Control of the
control at
vehicle.
all times.
Let's look at her. There she is.
Oh, God.
She admitted to police. I was
Guilty.
just explosive.
I have a hard time here because I like the action, but
We know that they're, I mean, do we verify the shit in the drawers and on the car?
They don't say that in the story, which I thought was negligent reporting.
Yeah, exactly, because you could just say that.
So these guys were competing in the spring tour of St. George.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
wait a minute.
They were near
they were
Washington
practicing
City.
or doing it right? They were in the race now.
Competing, it says.
It says, yeah, who were competing in the
What?
spring tour of St. George. The cyclists were near Washington City, 300 miles south of Salt Lake
But
City.
wasn't there like a
At noon,
roped
hold
out?
on, E.
Okay.
At noon on Saturday, when her Hyundai suddenly veered into the bike lane and smashed into both of them, she told officers that she had been behind the wheel when she began to uncontrollably shit herself while driving. Wow. And so she swerved. Uncontrollable.
Well,
What
I
would
mean,
be
She couldn't.
they were in the bike
explosive-
lane here at least. So if there was a bike lane and they were in it, then they were within their rights.
That is a difference, by the way. If you have the bike lanes, I love
What the
bike.
fuck?
Is that her?
Straight out of
It
where?
looks like the Grinch.
She does.
Jesus.
Straight on with addiction.
Oh, boy. This story's going to take a turn.
Go. Who is this lady up here? No country for
Is
old
that
men.
her?
No, on the right.
Is that Julie Budge?
Yeah, that's Julie Budge. I'm talking about this fat lady on the right. No country for old
Oh,
men.
sorry, folks. He saw a bluebird fly by the
That's
window.
Kathy Lampkin.
Squirrel. Go back to. Oh man.
She told police she knew she had hit two individuals, but was not able to bring her car to a stop. Attempts were made to save the brothers' lives, but they were unresponsive. So far, their identities
she
have
kept
not
going?
been revealed. She did stop, but someone started following her. She stopped a few hundred yards down the road. The interesting part about this,
This isn't on the air.
Oh, good
you
Lord.
can put that on the air.
Nice.
No, please don't.
Go down. Go down.
That was down.
Here's the thing.
man.
We know when you die, your bowels release. So this is a scene with
Three
people
shits.
shit themselves.
Wow.
Uncontrolled, as far as I can tell.
Can you imagine the cops showing up to this thing, like, trying to piece this together?
Tough job.
Oh,
Budge claimed that she'd been in the hospital on Friday and received fentanyl through an IV drip. When police finally caught up with her, she failed all field sobriety tests.
yeah.
So she had previously been convicted of DUI in 2015.
Oh, no.
So straight out of addiction.
Yeah.
You might
Yeah.
want to.
I don't think she's going to get away
hang that
with
one
this
back
one.
in the closet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think she's getting away with that.
Yeah.
I mean, if I would give her a
here's-
lesser sentence based on, are these
fact they
people
were
really
cyclists?
needed? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they're doing a.
I will give the cyclist
Can I-
credit
can-
for being in the bike lane and in an actual competition.
Those are
And
two
not
different
just
things,
These
you're right.
douchebags that are
Absolutely.
just out riding on the
See-
street all the day. Like,
That is a good point.
Don loved his bike.
Yeah.
Your dad.
Yep.
Great guy.
yeah. And he knew to not be on
Normal-
the fucking road.
Yes, he
So-
did. But he was an avid biker. When I was in California, I especially noticed because you can imagine. I mean, there's bike lanes for these fuckers everywhere. These dudes, I don't want to stereotype and blanket the whole cycling community.
Yeah.
But these fuckers' bodies just look weird.
Yeah.
They're wrinkled to shit, like weird. It's like they've been on the bike too long and something happens to their bodies. It's just
No,
And I know I'm not pointing fingers. I know I'm a disgusting fat body, but they look fucking creepy.
When you get to the level that
that
is like that addictive to it, I mean, I think it's beyond what's actually like help. I mean, I know they're just liking it. You know what I mean? It's like you're right. Their legs get fucking bizarre.
yeah,
Right.
It's a weird thing, and I don't know if it's because they all look like the same age, which is somewhere
Yeah.
between 50 and 80.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
there's some weird age I don't know about, but it's in that pocket where you're like, But it's like I don't know if they all pick it up later in life and then take it super seriously. But there's just something creepy. I'll probably get shit for that. But
Oh, probably. Who cares? Fuck them.
All right, let's do a couple emails and we'll get out of here.
Okay.
Trav,
Damn,
thanks
time
for coming
flies when you're
by.
having fun.
And Isis, thank you. It's always good having you here. I only had to tell you to shut up a couple times.
I know.
It's not bad.
I did better than last time.
You're
You're
rusty.
You're doing great.
I fucking missed it, man. This was fun.
Hey, I wanted to tell you I am loving the show.
Okay.
It's a good start. I love the new content. Excited for new merch. Also, I am very sorry if I made it sound like anything other than you are a sexy beast. I am just an awkward geek and not so good with words. You look even better in person. That even is everything.
Okay.
He's right. I've been doing unsanctioned fan events for Drew and Mike podcast since they are antisocial.
Oh, you cheating whore.
You
Yeah.
know who this is.
Oh.
Yeah, Angie Bloring. But you guys are my first love and can't wait till we're doing events again. Love, Angie. Angie, I'm fucking with you. I knew exactly what you meant. Don't take it so seriously. Nerds. No. Yeah, and I know what it's like to be uncomfortable and say something like, But she did say that.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. I was there.
It was like a shocked look on her face where she was like, Oh, wow.
She's a new
way better
cyclist
in
now,
person.
too.
Is she?
Yeah, she posts a lot. She's
doing that the
no,
triathlon thing we were
good for
talking
her.
about.
Ugh.
Just bought a new bike, I saw.
Watch out for women shitting their pants driving down the road. They're taking you guys out.
You can point that seat straight up.
For Blore?
Yeah.
There you go.
Anybody.
Cracker Jill discussion. Did you hear about Cracker Jill?
I saw it on the internet.
No nuts.
Yeah. Good for them. Whatever, man.
I don't remember this.
Oh, but real quick before you do that one, I love that. Have you seen the commercials for the what is it, the Peppermill Brewing or what used to be Aunt Jemima? What is it? Something.
Oh, I don't even know what they
I
changed it to now.
forget what they call it now. But either way, they had the commercials for it.
Did you just dead name her?
Yeah.
What?
Aunt Jemima?
Jesus Christ.
What is it called? I forget what they call it now. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Scissorp?
On the commercials.
Scissor.
On the commercials, they're like, "Oh, we've been around forever," and this and that. And at the end of it, they still have the little logo on the bottom of the TV
Of
that
her
says
with the
Aunt Jemima.
bandana on?
Yeah, it says Aunt Jemima on the bottom. But like in the thing,
Yeah.
they're like I cannot think of the fucking name now.
Yeah.
But
Travis? On you.
it's. I'll look it up.
Yeah, they can't lose out on that pancake money.
No.
Their syrup game is strong.
Yep.
I think the problem was
The
like
instant
Uncle
batter
Ben,
wasn't too bad.
Pearl
either.
Milling Company.
Pearl Milling Company.
So they have commercials for Pearl
So
Milling
does
Company.
it say Aunt Jemima? They just took the do-rag woman, black woman off the cover?
Was it Pearl Jemima? Pearl Jemima? Is that what this was?
The commercial will just say, "Hey, we've been around for 100 years," or whatever it says, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. At the very end, it just has the little logo still in the bottom.
We're not
it says
racist.
Aunt Jemima.
What was wrong with Aunt Jemima, anyways?
That's just stereotypical.
It's just
It's
become
like
a
Uncle Ben.
punchline.
Yeah, there you go.
see,
So
there
you keep everything together. You just took
boy.
her out of the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
Which you could argue took a prominent black lady off of a company name.
Yeah.
But see,
Is the problem that it becomes a punchline where it's like, oh, shut up, Aunt Jemima, if you see someone doing something.
Maybe.
Did you see that Aunt Jemima looking woman over
I
there?
like this.
Any black woman wearing a do-rag?
Yeah, you think like I always thought of it was like, hey, this lady made some fucking badass syrup. Like she should be
Yeah.
out in front on this thing.
I love it says new name, same great taste, Aunt Jemima. That's on the box still.
Yeah.
They just took her picture off of
Yeah,
it.
exactly. That's all it was. They just took the picture off.
Yeah. That's too bad. I think the problem was with Uncle Ben and with Aunt Jemima that these were ad campaigns. They weren't real people.
I think she was
And
a
so
real
that
person,
was-
though.
No, I don't think she was.
thought she was.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I thought Uncle Ben was too, but I think that's the problem people have is
They just made it.
they just made like a stereotypical Southern black woman.
Aunt Jemima, go
Aunt
get your
Jemima.
syrup.
Dinner bell chinging, you know, the fucking whatever.
But I did hear about the nuts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Cracker Jill discussion. T-Roy says, how about you just add Cracker Jill? How about fuck no, leave it alone? It's like me saying, okay, T-Roy, keep your dick, but add a vagina. Love you guys.
Oh, I would fuck myself so hard.
God.
If I could get both.
You'd probably make yourself come multiple times,
Yeah.
too.
I wonder which
Would you
one
even
would come. Yeah, the dick would always come first. Son of a bitch. Couldn't get my vag off. Son of a...
You'd have to fucking dildo yourself to get your vag off because your dick is
The old
all you're
Newberg
concerned
joke.
about.
Get like a starting pitcher. Take it as far as I can and go to the bullpen.
Man, if I could get a relief, is that a Newberg joke?
Yeah,
That's a great one, man. Because I wish I could get a reliever. to
Sometimes
come in.
I pitch a perfect game. Sometimes I get knocked out in the third. You got to go to the bullpen early, which
I
is
would-
the
right.
the
Yeah,
nightstand.
true.
I would do a lot better with this day and age in pitching, to be honest, when it comes to stocks. Because, dude, I can do the first 5 innings.
Yeah,
I
right.
need about 4 guys to come in and really clear it out for me. You know what I mean? I don't quite get it there.
They're closers for a reason.
Exactly.
What were we talking about? Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Okay,
Aunt Jemima.
anonymous, please. Diversity in the workforce.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh, anonymous.
Oh boy, this is the real shit.
Is this
right
from
here.
like the guy with the mask on the internet that hacks people? Anonymous?
No.
Oh.
But we don't want to guess any names because these people are like Travis serious.
Okay, fair enough.
There's no diversity in this workplace, I can see.
No,
Yeah.
there's not. Hey, please do not read this for me if you choose to read it on the show. 1, rabies. Unfortunately, can only be found by dissecting the brain, and they will euthanize the babies if mom is positive. Also, anyone bitten will have to go through a series of rabies shots, and it's awful. 2, diversity and inclusivity at major companies. I work for a company that now has an I&D department, inclusivity and diversity. Core company goals include hiring more professional minorities. There are actual percentages for the company as a goal to hire more minority persons in higher level positions. From what I've seen, people less experienced and less capable are now on track to move up faster than those of us that perform exceptionally and with great results. I listened at the company company-wide town hall meetings, wondering how they are planning to justify hiring people that are not qualified for these jobs in order to meet these goals. I know life isn't fair, but how do I get the free pass to executive level?
Well, you're white, so you don't get it.
You're fucked.
It's so disheartening.
Oh, how did you assume?
I assume.
It's disheartening that working hard and performing at the highest level doesn't get you up the ladder, but identify as some type of minority status does. Again, this is anonymous. Yeah.
Can you identify as a
Thanks,
minority?
Tyrone.
Like I mean, couldn't what was that? What's chick's name? You know, Susan or something. What was the girl that just said she was black?
Oh, yeah.
you don't remember?
Pretended to be black.
yeah,
Not Susan.
Yeah.
How was her name?
Yeah.
Kristen Dolezal or something, or was that it?
Dolezal. Rachel Dolezal.
Rachel
Yeah, there you
Dolezal.
go.
Yeah, I got hacked.
Yeah,
I got a quarter of the last name kind of right.
That's
You
right.
sort of got the last
You
name right enough to trigger
dialed
Right,
it in.
yeah,
Which is
exactly.
great. It's
Yeah.
great. You know, this has been a problem, or for some people, perceive this as a problem. You know, it ends up coming with an asterisk next to your name. Like, why were you hired? Why did you get this position?
Again, let's see where we're at in 20 years. How this all plays out.
My grandfather, the one that made the Japanese men sit down and wait and made them sit and wait all day to golf, worked for Chevron, right? And would take the train into the city and then come home. And there was apparently something where some black dude got moved up the ladder and it was like, what the fuck? This clown? Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
So this was going on in the 50s and 60s, where it was like trying to get these diversity hires, and my grandfather never let it. He was a grudge holder. Never fucking let it go.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not like there's not plenty of people out there who deserve it, but when you start forcing it, there's plenty of people out there that don't deserve it.
Yeah. When you got the Rooney rule.
Yeah, exactly.
When you got the Rooney
Title
rule
IX,
going,
all
it's
that.
like, yeah, just bring in 3 black dudes. Let's do a 15-minute quickie interview with them and get them out of here so we can hire the guy we want.
Yep.
It's just not fair to them. It's not. It's, you know, you'd hope things could be merit-based. I understand there's probably...
Affirmative action at its finest.
Yeah, there's probably some level of it needed in places that have, you know...
Well, like everything, like you said, I think there's.
I'm not against totally like
You can be more
that.
conscious of it, but to put actual goals and numbers and percentages and things like that, it's totally disingenuous.
Why can't they hear the thing about this? If these companies, and maybe this is a ridiculous idea. It literally just hit my head as you're talking about it. But like, if these companies really cared, which they don't, but like if they did, why not, instead of just like, we're just going to hire people whether they're qualified or not, why not use their money, go into places and like set up educational
that's
things?
work. That
Like,
takes
you know
work.
what I mean? Like really, but that'd be really doing something.
Yeah, sure
like
would.
going in and saying, hey guys, our company's going to come in and start doing a career fair around wherever they places, places, and just go, guys, this is something.
Like what places?
The urban areas, perhaps?
The areas
Inner
where not
cities?
as many people are normally they're hiring from.
The places that are disproportionately affected?
Maybe throw a dart at a place like, hey guys, we don't get a lot of people that work in this area.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, for real, if they really went in and said, let's start really setting up some programs and actually have them be qualified instead of just we're going to hire people.
That was the whole hope of the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah.
It gets funded to the tune of $90 million in donations. Those people with the best of intentions donated to that organization, hoping this organization was gonna help,
like
the
set up
government-
programs and shit, right?
Yes, whether it's parks and upgrade school systems and all kinds of stuff, have all this money in a centralized area, and was going to put that money to good use in the communities where they knew where it was best served and who needed it most and what most could be done. And instead, they bought fucking 6 mansions for themselves.
To me, that's
And so
honestly-
it's like. You know, I look at not Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and who's the mogul?
I mean, you sure I think of Jay-Z or
Not Jay-Z? Rocka? No?
No, it's Dr. Dre
I know.
and Beats founder within the
Oh.
white guy, fucking Steve.
yeah, fuck,
they
I
did the
can't-
Jewish guy?
Jewish guy.
Yeah. That's his
They
name.
did the HBO documentary. on him.
yeah.
But that they've literally gone into Compton and donated tens and tens
Right.
of millions of dollars and built this like 24-hour functioning arts facility with music instruments and studio time.
Yes.
all free.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's a real help.
It's a real help to
Yeah.
a community. Is the point? They added a shit ton of money in grants to
And that's their
USC.
own money that
yeah,
they're doing.
right.
Not donated money.
Right.
That they're just fucking stealing.
But you can see the groundbreaking and the progress and the kids benefiting, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
you know, teachers that went into Brooklyn and started school systems, inner city, blah blah blah, and they're getting better school results than any of the other schools, and they want to try to grow that nationally, the way they're doing it, and the way they can only accept
Well,
a
that's-
handful of
dude.
students a year. But that's real change. That's real.
Yeah.
That's how you move up the ladder, and you don't end up with people getting asterisks next to the name, where half the company's going, okay, this is bullshit. This guy got microwaved to the front of the line
Yep.
because of the color of his skin, and that just feels creepy and wrong.
Yep.
That's how I feel in reality when you talk about that. That's the funny thing. Like, that's how I feel. Like, my big cause tends to be the environment. Like, that's how I feel with environment shit. When iPhone tells us, like, when Apple says, like, oh, we care and we've made the box is smaller now.
Yeah.
Well, what they do is they don't give you a charger anymore and you have to buy another charger. So that's fake bullshit. Just like with this stuff. The stuff you guys are describing, what Jay-Z did, or what Dr. Dre did, or something that we were kind of talking about, that's like real change, and they don't really want to do that.
No,
they don't
actually
really, and
making
the
a
environment
difference.
shit is bullshit too. Most of the environment companies that, oh, we're gonna go green, they don't even know. They're not realistic. They're not really doing anything that's actually helping. No one gives a fuck. Like I said, that whatever BP dropped in the oil 15 years ago, or in the water 15 years ago, or whatever whenever that was, that's done more than you and me and Mike will ever do in our entire life.
Yeah.
But so it's like it's just so disingenuous.
You got Coca-Cola telling people to be less white.
Exactly. dude.
Right.
Right.
That's
Jimmy
change.
Iovine.
Yeah.
Jimmy Iovine.
is what I
Fuck,
was
you're right.
talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trap pulled it.
Oh, you did.
I was
I'm
trying
sorry.
to be a super nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't see it up there. I was trying
trying
to
to
look
get-
at
I saw
trying
it
to
like
get
creep
promotion.
up over E's head. I was like, oh yeah, there it is.
It's going to have a crash landing effect, folks. All of these societal things. That,
20 years from now, let's
yeah,
see.
we're going to see. We're getting.
come
I can't
Go
wait. I mean,
ahead.
didn't they do that with pilots? We'll start doing that with pilots, or have they already? Like, oh, we're just going to hire pilots for planes. It's like, whether they can actually fly or not. But that's where things like that. That's where it'll lead to.
Yeah.
Why should there be qualified pilots? Why should the guy that works on your car know what he's doing?
Nope. He's just got to fill check a box.
To have a guy.
That's
I mean,
it.
imagine if you just had me go in there and start working on cars. Yeah, all done.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject because it implies that you're saying this racial minority isn't capable, but
No.
that's really not.
No,
Not at
see,
all
I
what
think
we're
that's what
saying.
they're
Yeah.
doing.
Right.
What we're talking about is
Yeah.
a way of doing what we kind of just again mentioned, going actually in. Maybe a company that's like a Ford or something actually go in places and put some money and say like, hey, we want to make a real effort to better the community, not just pretend every once in a while.
Yeah.
We're hiring these people.
Yeah, we put the rainbow flag over our Ford insignia on our Twitter handle.
Right. So good to go.
Good to go. Yeah, we're good. All right, let's get out of here. We've almost done 2
Holy
hours.
shit.
guys. Isis, it's awesome to see you. I can't wait. You're going to be back in August, right?
I will. I'll be back in August for a little more of a stint. But
Okay.
this was fun. Thanks for having me. Honestly, I really appreciate it.
Great seeing you, buddy.
It's been so fun.
Yeah. Good. Travis, I'm glad you're here. It's
Happy to.
just a calmness when you're here and just.
And can I
Like,
just?
I don't know why.
You got it, because it's just handled. You know what I mean?
Because I'm not sure that I didn't fuck something up over there.
No,
and I don't
no.
have to run back and forth to do things.
There's
so.
something about when it's just Troy and I, like it's too complicated. It's not too complicated, but it's like I want to focus on what
supposed
we're
to have
talking
3
about,
people.
not about the video that's got to be. And so there's just like okay, he's got the back end. We're
Yep.
good. We're good. We're good. The coach is here.
We know it's
Happy
just
to help.
then tomorrow all the audio will be fucked up. We'll have
Yeah.
to fix all our headsets and stuff for whatever he does every time he's here.
See,
Now that is true. That is true.
See?
That-
It's affirmed by E.
Well, we might. I don't know, but we're supposed to have Vinny from Spongin tomorrow to play. We did
Damn
this
it.
a while ago,
Nice.
doing a singing for my whiskey episode, and Tony Bacau,
Yeah.
something like that, made a comment on the studio update picture in here. I was like,
Like,
oh my
yo.
God, I had a blast in there, and we did that. I was like, dude, we should do it again. He's like,
Okay.
how about next Tuesday? I was like, let's grab Vin. And so Vinny just said his day's blowing up, so I don't know what that means. But
Okay.
we're supposed to have Vinny in tomorrow. If not, we'll do it another day soon.
Ooh, Travis likes to
Coming
hear
up.
that.
well, I just need to know.
Yeah.
Because I can try to move stuff too. But
Okay.
I'll give
yeah.
you a haircut. We'll make it work.
Yeah. Don't we have that?
Don't you have the
don't we
Furby thing here,
Floby
or-
or
yeah,
whatever?
Floby.
Yeah, we can
Furby.
Floby up. Furby. All right.
Can I say real quick? Oh, sorry. I'm not going to babble too much on, but I will say a lot of these listeners,
late.
thank you so much to all the listeners. There's so many that do listen and have been following what I've been doing and even donating, and it means a lot to me. So I just want to say, I know we did some of the content there in the the Patreon area there, but I did want to say for the people, if you're not in there, it means a lot to me, and I really appreciate you guys following around. So that's it.
Okay. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you tomorrow.